Hello and good evening. Wahaha. Just kidding, it's 1 p.m. But in my brain, it is evening. Because I'm tired. But that's just how things usually are. What's up, everyone? It's your They Them Gray here. We are going to play some Darkest Dungeon. So I hope you guys had a good week. Hi, everybody. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching Will play Snap yesterday, because I very much did. I want to play it so bad. Not bad enough to buy the game, but bad enough to go to their house and beg them to let me play it, which is a thing that I intend to do at some point in my life. Just finished the Demon Slayer movie. Ooh, I want to see it so bad. I really want to catch up, though. I really would like to rewatch some of it. I got my roommate to watch the first episode. I don't know if that was enough to hook her, because I feel like in the very first episode of Demon Slayer, it feels a little more like a standard shonen than many than it really is. But I don't know, it made me want to rewatch kind of everything, because it was a while back when I watched through Demon Slayer. It was like right when the before it even got a dub. It was right when it first started coming out in Funimation. So I kind of want to rewatch it just so I like remember everything that happens. But yeah, I really want to watch the movie. I'll probably wait until it comes to officially to PlayStation Store. I'm not super down to like go out to the theater. Not that I'm here to judge anyone who did, but yeah, I'm super interested in watching it. Still, Will, thank you for hosting my stream. Hey, Will. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play Spooky Game. I'm gonna have a good time playing Spooky Game. I'm a little worried because I can hear my toilet just running and running and running from the other room. I might have to check on that in like 2 minutes. I hope it stops. It doesn't usually do this. Oh, I think it stopped. Okay, it's done. We're good. Let's see. So I have to remember what we were doing, but I do remember what we were gonna do, which is we were going to take a little trip into the Darkest Dungeon herself. Wait, no, we weren't. Just kidding. That's a lie. We were going to take a trip into the Crimson Court herself. And I wanted to establish a couple of things. Let me go ahead and look at the quest. I had slightly misremembered a thing, I think, which was, I was like, oh, I thought you had to get an invitation to go. Apparently, I forgot there was a quest that you don't need an invitation for. There's like a very small quest. It's like an intro to the courtyard, which is the new Crimson Court DLC level. I say new, it's several years old at this point. It's newer to me, I guess I should say that. Newer. So there's actually like a beginner level mission that we're gonna go on. We have to throw together some less experienced people to do that, because I think if you're, for instance, level 5, it won't let you go. So you have to throw on some noobs. Let's see, who are some good people to bring to the Darkest Dungeon? Or I keep saying that, to the courtyard. Lemon is unfortunately too experienced, so we might bring backup Lemon, aka Lime. That might be a good decision. Backup Junia is probably good too. Who else? Oh, there's a disease here, tapeworm, annoying. Oops, went back, didn't mean to. Trying to remember who else is good for this. So the Flagellant is actually also sort of part of the Crimson Court DLC. Technically it's separate in the way that, like, if you wanted to, you could, well, as we did for a while, like enable one and not the other, but they came out at the same time. So we're gonna go ahead and use, it's a good excuse to use a Flagellant. Let's see, who else is good? Jojo, let's bring you. Why not? Would love an opportunity to do so. Who's good in the back? We could bring good old Shooty. We love Shooty. We love to stress out Shooty and make fun of her spotted fever. Ooh, that's not great, but that's okay. I don't think blight is such a big concern in the courtyard. Bleed is probably worse. So I think this is probably a pretty good party. Let's get them nice and outfitted here. I don't remember the last or the last quest that we did before this, but I'm noticing we have like a shit ton of gold, which is nice. So we can really outfit our folks here. Let's see. I'm excited to show you guys the like opening cinematic and everything for this, because it's so good. You know, let's just get y'all stocked up here. Although I don't really use some of these other skills very much on a bounty hunter. I tend to go with kind of the standard, but finish him's not bad. Flashbang I don't use a lot, but I use more than caltrips. I like never really bother with. Let's see. Oh, Backup Junior I think is stocked up, but let me double check. Yep, she's fine, at least for the stuff we use. Shooty, we could throw a couple of things in. Might as well, we got the many. I never really used the random shot. Little spooky. Or this one. Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing all of the preliminary work here. How are you guys doing so far on this here fine Saturday that we're in? I woke up around, I don't know, 9 something, which is earlier than I wanted to wake up, but that was what my body decided. Had a nice breakfast. I made, I guess, kind of eggs Benedict, except for I forgot the part with the meat because I did not think to buy that ahead of time. But that's kind of not anyone's favorite part of eggs Benedict anyway. You guys ever think about Canadian bacon? Like, what is that? Like, in Canada, I'm sure that's not what anyone thinks bacon is. Like, it's obviously just weird ham. Like, why is it called Canadian bacon? There's got to be some kind of marketing conspiracy going on there. What is it? What actually is Canadian bacon? How is it not just ham? I'm just very bothered. Like, why is that a thing we decided to do? Okay, so we're gonna go to, ooh, you had curry fried rice for lunch? That sounds so good. Ooh, I haven't had like a fried rice in a while. What's bacon generally? So I guess bacon, so I'm speaking entirely from an American perspective here. Anything we think of as bacon is usually fattier, so it's usually like pork belly, and almost always it's been smoked. That's what distinguishes it from just being pork belly. But in America there is, yeah, the wiggly bit, yeah. But in America there is a meat usually used as like a condiment for like a topping for other things called Canadian bacon, which is like effectively just ham. I don't know how to distinguish exactly what Canadian bacon is. I guess that's my problem. But usually, like, that's one of the toppings on eggs Benedict. So I don't know why Canadian bacon is a thing, like, as a term. Like, I cannot distinguish it from ham. To me, it's the version of ham that goes on pizza and eggs Benedict. Not that I really like it on pizza, but that's just me. Okay, so I have to remember, like, those red bits, they're not super red. They're not like pepperoni red, but I mean, it really just looks like tiny pieces of ham. It just, I don't know, it just is a weird marketing choice, as far as I know. I'm just trying to remember at this point what to bring into the Crimson Court, or I mean into the courtyard. I know that holy water can sometimes be useful. Torches are actually not really a requirement. There's like a very specific type of like light level thing going on in the courtyard. Well, because it's outside. You know, it's not an indoor location. It's not a cave or a sewer or a forest, or I guess forests are outside, but you know what I mean. It's not like that. It's got a weird light setup thing, but sometimes it's useful to bring torches, if I recall correctly. Yeah. Food is still useful. We'll still bring food. This is only a short mission though, so we probably don't need too much food. I don't know, I hesitate to bring too much because I don't want to waste cash. Let's bring that and see if we regret it.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
Ooh, I love the exposition about the Crimson Court. Like, even though as like a series of gameplay mechanics, there are a few things that are not my favorite. Like, I think the setting is just like beyond reproach. I don't think it can be beaten. It's super good. There's a cinematic at some point too, actually, but I don't remember when you get it. Maybe it's after this mission? Must be after.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
So this is the courtyard. A couple of strange things about it. First of all, like I said, we are experiencing bloodlight as opposed to like variable torch levels. So basically, I think mechanically the game treats it as constantly being at 100% torch. But then there's this kind of constant debuff of higher stress and lower bleed resist. So this is more of an introductory level than most of the courtyard adventures will go on. It's a little more straightforward than many. But as you can see, it is a interesting place. Oh, we got a dead guy. Pile of strange bones. I used to know what curios could get used on these things, but I don't really know off the top of my head. Holy water for the strange bones. That did nothing. Okay, we'll just look at them. They're full of money.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
I'll take money. I just realized I didn't really look at skills. I don't think I need to change too much, but ooh, I'm glad that I checked that though. That would have been kind of strange. Let's see. I don't have a marking party, do I? I don't need that. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, I do have a marking party. Just kidding. Okay, so I will do that instead. And we got a bounty hunter. Okay, bounty hunters are a lot of fun to use with other adventures that have, like, junk that has to do with marks. So that includes, like, arbalists, musketeers, highwaymen, I believe houndmaster, grave robber, a couple of other things do bonus damage to marked things. So it's like a fun party combination. Like, bounty hunter points at a guy and someone else kills him. It's kind of, I don't know, it's dumb, it's fine. Let's see. I don't know, these are fine. I think these are fine. I don't want to worry about it too much. I am glad I checked Shooty, though. I guess here, ooh. So, we have encountered our first friends. So this is the manservant, who is a bit annoying. And this is the supplicant. I love the supplicant's design. I want to cosplay the supplicant. I want to build, like, a super elaborate Adam Savage cosplay of the supplicant. That's a thing I would love to do. I guess here in Canada, some bacon is labeled Canadian just to emphasize the pork is raised locally. Okay, but then you're just saying it's regular bacon. It's from there. Like here, the phrase Canadian bacon means something that to me is not bacon entirely. It's just ham. I don't know. It's super bizarre. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Are these guys stunnable? That one is not stunnable. Not really. This guy is stunnable. So something that is a bit dangerous about Crimson Court enemies is not all, but some of them are capable of spreading the thirst, of spreading the Crimson Curse itself. So we're gonna do a couple of things. First of all, we're gonna kill this guy as soon as we can. I think he can spread the curse. I kind of forget. A lot of them are very vulnerable to bleed though, which is nice. So that was a pretty easy fight, just because there's only 2 of them, and we got the jump on them. But
and driven into the mud.
they're not all so easy, as we will see. I kind of want to change a skill. And this time we got surprised. That one I'm not so happy about. Okay. So let's see. Let's get into position here. If I remember correctly, that one, the one that looks like just a giant mosquito, they all can spread the curse. So let's take a look at it here. Under diseases, we have the Crimson Curse, Madness in My Veins. So it's it's very unique. It has a lot of weird mechanics to it. There's like 3 stages of the Crimson Curse. There's like, or maybe 4. There's like usual walking around, feeling normal. And then there's like getting real desperate for it. And then there's like wasting to death. And so eventually, if they go without the blood for too long, they will die. But if you give them the blood, then they like go through this like weird ecstatic phase for a little while. Notice that though it like takes up kind of the whole disease slot, so you can't get other diseases when you have the Crimson Curse. So that is one upshot. But yeah, so now for as long as Damien's around, I'm gonna have to keep the blood on hand in order to prevent him from die. I think there are a couple of other random benefits that having the Crimson Curse does. Like I think it like boosts your damage output a little bit. I forget exactly though. Let's see. So these guys are all nice and bleedable. Let's do that. And then Shooty's got to get out of there. Got to get Shooty out of there. And then Jojo, we're gonna have to get you back to the front. Okay, now we fixed that whole shuffle deal. Can we stun somebody? No, we could stun the Sycophant, but it's out of range. Maybe we'll just do damage to it.
Compassion is a rarity in the
Okay, so it'll die next. Fine. Well, nope, just kidding. It has gained some health. Stupid Bloodsucker. There we go. Got his ass.
Maintain the offensive.
Alright. So, I mean, these guys are dangerous if for no better reason than the fact that they can spread the curse if you don't kill them fast enough. They're a bit spooky. Let's see here. Maybe we will mark this guy. I don't like that they move around. That makes my job a little harder here. Yeah, they still have their heads. It's under there. So, like, what I really want is that I would love to, like, build a cosplay where you have the big tick-type creature, and then it, like, opens its mouth. It's, like, on a hinge. I'd have, like, a trigger that is hidden somewhere, like, by my wrist or something that I could squeeze, and it hinges the face open to reveal, like, a skull mask underneath. I don't know, I just think that would be so cool. Yeah, I don't know that it's that much better either. Oh, reassuring. They have their heads, you know? You love to see it. Do we need to heal? I guess might as well.
As the fiend falls, a faint
Let's
hope
see.
blossoms.
Nice shot. Wow. Excellent. Okay. Let's see what we get here. Food? Questionably
Remind
enough.
yourself that overconfidence is a
Okay.
slow and
Sure.
insidious killer.
Why not? And I think... Yes, Shooty! Yes! Okay. I believe this thing that we see, this is the Thronging Hive. I believe this is the quest that we're supposed to be doing here. So we got... Here, let me temporarily move my... Where is it? Let me temporarily move my webcam here. Here, if I can slide it over. Our goal is to activate 3 Thronging Hives, so I believe what we're supposed to do is use the quest item. Yes. That was it, I believe. I think we did it. I think that was the thing we're supposed to do. It used up the quest item at least, so I hoped that was it. Okay. Let me switch one of her skills out real fast, because I picked one that was not the one that I meant to pick. That's the one I wanted. Yes, okay. Sir, I like them in a certain order. I'm just getting kind of picky here. So we're doing okay, other than the fact that, you know, our front guy became a mosquito vampire evil thing type guy. The soil is soaked with half-clotted blood. Well, that's not good. We gave Shooty tetanus. I'm not sure exactly how that gave us tetanus. That seems usually to be more of a rusty nail type of situation, but blood flowers, I guess, work too. Oh, okay, these things, throbbing cocoons, I think, if I recall correctly, you can use a torch on these, and it cures stress? Yes, yes, okay, so that's super useful. So we still want to bring torches for stuff like that, if nothing else. Okay. We're gonna have a battle. Oh, just these guys. Okay, I think we can handle 2 of them. It's really a bigger issue when you have a full party of the guys that, like, spread the curse, just because you can't stop them. You can't kill them fast enough sometimes to be able to prevent it. These guys are so dodgy is the annoying thing. I'd rather they use that maddening wine than this, though, because I don't think maddening wines, it's only certain attacks that could cause the what's it called? The Crimson Curse itself. Ooh. Okay, well, that guy is effectively dead. Let's see. I should check, what does tetanus do? Oh, wow. Shooty needs to see somebody. Less accurate, less crit. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Still not great. We're gonna make sure Shooty goes to like a clinic after this.
Decimated.
Just someone needs to take care of Shooty, because she's not doing it. You gotta take care of yourself. That's the lesson here. Don't be like Shooty. You gotta take care of yourself.
Pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
A crumbling pillar, proof that a much grander structure once stood in these swamps. So if I remember sort of the backstory, originally this was sort of terraformed land. It started as a swamp, and then, you know, like a great hall was built upon it, but then as the hall fell into disrepair, it sort of re-swamped. You know, nature took its course. Right, so it's Florida. Exactly. So this is exactly just Florida. By the way, you might notice that something interesting is happening. The map is linear and just like creating itself as it goes. A lot of the later missions are like this, as opposed to randomly, well, it's still randomly generated. But how do I say? As opposed to being able to scout ahead, scouting just tells you the next adjacent branch. Let's see. That guy is stunnable. I wonder if the, like, Bloodlight bleed resist debuff applies to enemies too. Of course, they have pretty naturally low bleed resistance, so... Ooh, nice shot.
Onslaught. Destroy them all.
I don't know how far I got. There was a room in my house in Animal Crossing that I originally wanted to turn into the courtyard. But it was kind of made to be very difficult by the fact that whenever you place a mosquito, unlike like the regular bugs that get a little terrarium, like a little box to place them in, whenever you drop a mosquito in your house to like display it in Animal Crossing, it's just the mosquito in a little plastic cup on top of a piece of paper. So basically all this to say, like, in a vain attempt to like try to make a room that looked like this place in Animal Crossing, because that was a thing I decided was a good thing to spend my time on. Like, I just had like a room where the floor was dirt and the background was like a misty forest, and then I had just a bunch of cups of mosquitoes on the floor. So eventually I did not keep the room like that. That did not really work very well. I decided it for a better vanity project was what I needed for that room. Yes, weird how humans see a very difficult place to make habitable and go, yes, I will live here. It truly is the height of folly. It is a thing we do. Is my mic really loud? I'm like clipping into yellow. I guess as long as it's not red. Let me like lower it just a little bit, because it makes me nervous. I'm gonna clip if I like scream. I'm gonna lower it just a touch. Yellow is good. Well, I'm gonna take it from 100 to 95, just in case. I don't know. It just will make me feel better about it. Okay. Okay. What do? I guess we could heal. Not a bad idea. Doesn't cure the tetanus, but something. Okay. Bloodied fetish. Light resist, bleed resist, but less disease resist. Ooh, this would be good on him. Just can't get a disease anyway. Well, we have other good trinkets on him, though. Maybe we'll give it to Shooty and just see how many diseases we can stack up. Just for fun. I have cut my finger on a mandible. Oh, hunger checks are still a thing here, although they maybe seem a little less frequent. Seemed like we kind of went a ways. I know that's how the darkest dungeon is. Like, there are still hunger checks, but they're pretty rare. Understandably, when you are exploring through the doom at the end of the world, you have, like, better things on your mind than munchies. Well, I wouldn't. But that's just me. What direction? What direction? Where do we come from? Well, left. Oh, let's go any old direction. This is the shortest. Ooh. Ah, okay. You'd think you'd be contemplating your last meal, lol. Let's just say there are some things in the darkest dungeon that might make you lose your lunch. So these are the guys that are from the Warrens. I'm actually not super worried about them. They're kind of annoying, but they don't spread the Crimson Curse. So I'm gonna focus on that guy first. Surprisingly, my party is really low stress right now. Just not super worried about this blood swamp they're in, full of vampire bugs. Let's the... Okay. Yeah, these guys are old hat. I think they can like mark you and like try to do a lot of damage that way. So use the bounty hunter technique against us. But if you kill them fast enough, that's not an issue. Must be Disney adults. Disney adults love Florida. That is like a very distinct phenomenon. Like people who live very close to Disney World and just go all the time. I don't really understand it, but I'm not really a theme park person. My parents are low-key kind of Disney adults, like, despite the fact that we live in the middle of Missouri. Like they love theme parks. So I've gone to quite a few because I kind of got dragged along as a kid. Not that I had particularly strong feelings either way about going, but my parents did. So like there was one time when ooh, apparently those are sneaky flowers. There is one time when my parents got kind of screwed over by an airline and got a whole bunch of flyer miles. My mom was like, well, I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to go to Disney World and to go to Harry Potter Land and do all the things I want to do. So we kind of like flew out there as like a half a week trip sort of thing, close to her birthday, which is also the same day as my birthday, weirdly. And so I got kind of dragged around, but like I wasn't really super interested, so I kind of low-key just stayed in the hotel room half the time because I didn't really care enough to walk around. Also, just walking around all day is exhausting. A hooded shrew. Mysterious figure, not fully human, not fully insect, kneels here on the ground. And I believe you can give them the blood, but I only have one of them, and I should keep one on hand for Damien, since he's, you know, a vampire guy. So instead I will maybe come back and see if we get more blood. Disney might be a big amusement park, but still an amusement park in the end. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Oh my god. Okay, so this is the crocodilian. Big spooky. Big spooky. The thing you need to know about the crocodilian is that it'll fucking kill you. Absolutely destroy you. Terrifying. Forgot that this was a thing. So we're gonna do our best. He kind of like hides around in this vegetation that you can't really kill. You sort of could, but it would take forever. So he mostly kind of shuffles around a bunch, and so you just have to... He hit and runs, and so you have to hit and run. I'm a sucker for a walk around all day chasing shiny things. You know, I like it every once in a while. I'm not a hater. Ooh, dodgy. But it's not my favorite. I also just, if I stand too much during a day, I get really exhausted. Like, I get like passy outy, I guess, more so. So it's not my favorite. Okay, so vampires equal bug, mosquitoes. Earlier the guys looked like spiders. I think, so I see where you're getting spiders. I think they were more designed to be ticks than spiders, which would fit more with the like bloodsucker theme. So it's less mosquitoes, although there's a definite like mosquito motif, but in generality, it's more just like blood drinking insects, I guess. Which also fits in very much with the whole swamp motif that's happening too. Like there's so many layers to this that I think is just absolutely brilliant. Are you bleedable? Ooh, he is bleedable. Okay, we're gonna stack some. Ooh, don't love that. Glad I brought a good healer. Let's see if I can pull him forward. Ooh, he is pullable. Oh. I do not like... Oh, he moves twice in a round. Ooh, that's not good. Getting shuffled. Bad, 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 bad. Okay, we're gonna shoot the shit out of him. Y'all ever eaten gator? It's pretty good. I have eaten gator. Were we just talking about this the other day? Or maybe we were just talking about a specific restaurant. So in my hometown, there was, I hope it still exists, but I guess I don't know, a Cajun restaurant, and they serve fried gator, like little gator nuggets. It's pretty good. It's, I hate to say this because of the phrase that it is. It tastes like chicken. It's very, very similar to chicken, which makes sense because reptiles and birds are very similar, very evolutionarily related. But no, they serve this like deep fried gator bites, gator nuggets, and it comes with like this like spicy peppery gravy that you dip it in. Boudreaux's is the name of it. Yes, it's still a thing. Thank you, Will. Thank you for looking it up or telling me if you knew. Yeah, we were just talking about Boudreaux's. That's weird. It reminds me of popcorn chicken. Yes, it's very similar in like texture and design to popcorn, at least the way they like serve it. Yeah, I'm super glad it's still open. I think it's like been a fixture of downtown for a while, so I'm glad to hear it too. I think the original owner or someone in the family like passed away in the last decade or so, but I guess the restaurant itself kept open. which is nice to know. You can totally try it. Yeah, it's, if you ever get the chance, you should. I also like to be kind of adventurous with my eating. I know, like, also in Florida, it's a big thing. I mean, it's kind of weird to be eating it in, like, Missouri. It's not exactly a local product. But, like, I remember on Game Grumps hearing Aaron talk about it, Aaron Hansen, just considering, I mean, he's from Florida. That's where he was born and grew up. Ooh, big damage. And I remember him saying that there are a lot of places that serve gator, and at those places, apparently it's like a Florida thing that, I don't know if it has to legally, or if this is just a thing that people do for marketing. But whenever you order a gator to eat in a restaurant, it comes with like a certificate, like of authenticity to be like, yes, you are actually eating gator. It was like caught on this day by this person or whatever, which I find super interesting. I don't know, so I guess there's part of like the theater about it or something. Yeah, it's very hard to find outside of Cajun places. Yeah, that's definitely very much the culture that it comes with, which makes sense because Louisiana, gators, swampland. Yeah, it is a little strange to think about how similar in flavor, like, chicken meat and gator meat is. Ooh, what's that?
So too will resistance.
Hopefully he has some sort of control over the gator hunting. Yeah, maybe it's that too. That's true. I mean, that's a very specific industry with a lot of its own issues and oddities. So here's another thing about Crimson Court. Is it very scary, and does it complicate your inventory management? Yes. Is it very hard and time consuming? Yes. But also, part of the Crimson Court DLC is that each specific class gets 2 very fancy trinkets that if you have both of them for each class, then you get bonus stuff. So here is the one of the 2 trinkets for the Crimson Court trinkets for the Man-at-Arms, which is Will. Gives you a nice buff here. And those bottom 2 lines where it says the stuff about riposte, that will only happen if you have the set bonus, if you have both Crimson Court trinkets. So you really want to collect these. This is the reason to go into the Crimson Court, is to get the trinkets. They're super good. So we'll probably throw that on Will next chance we get. Better stuns, better debuffs, resist death blow. I think that's pretty useful. The stress is maybe not great, but plus 10% stress is mitigable as long as you don't really stack it. So we will look for those trinket sets. Those are great. Okay, so unfortunately we still have shit to do here. We have 2 more thronging hives to activate. Maybe it's like deer and you gotta have gator season. Probably. My guess, overhunting is bad. Yeah. I bet that's it. I feel like I used to know more about the gator hunting industry than I do. Like, I think I remember something about overhunting of gator being like an issue, which makes sense. But I do not really know, to tell you the truth. But yeah, that is why it's illegal to hunt outside of certain seasons. Ooh, what a weird trap we just dodged. It was a guy yelling at us from out of the ground, and I don't like it. Okay, so here is a thronging hive. So we're gonna do that. So 2 down, 1 to go. I'm guessing they're back in one of those directions. Not sure if down or up. We'll probably investigate the whole map as long as I have food for it. Yep, so I grew up, in Missouri. My dad never officially went down the career route, but like trained for a while to be a conservation agent, and he has always been a hunter, specifically mostly a deer hunter, sometimes like turkey and such, mostly deer though. He grew up doing that, and so I know a decent amount about hunting regulations and junk like that, or at least I used to. I haven't really had to think about it for a long time. It's not really my thing. I'm not the hunting type. I'm the sit indoors and hunt for shinies type. Just kidding, I don't have the patience for that either. Hunting itself is fine though. In some cases like deer, I think it's actually beneficial. Oh, absolutely. So that is something that I definitely learned from him, is that it's like a really good idea to keep the deer population, especially at certain parts of the year, at mitigable levels. Because, so like I said, my dad kind of trained to be an insurance, or well, I gave away the lead. My dad kind of trained to be a conservation agent, turned out to become an insurance agent, specifically for like car insurance. And so they handle, us being from a part of Missouri that has a lot of hills and woods, they handle a lot of like claims from people hitting deer with their car. And so there's certain parts of the year where deer are just fucking everywhere. Like in the middle of like a neighborhood, in the middle of a suburban neighborhood, you'll just have a bunch of deer walking around middle of the street. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep the deer population down, sort of at those parts of the year especially. Your brother used to go deer hunting with your cousin but never actually got any. That sounds correct. Knowing your brother, that sounds correct. Oh, I forgot to reorder my party. Poo-poo. Yeah, part of the trade. Card? Annoying. Drop this guy's card out. Yeah, so I have absolutely nothing against hunters, and in fact, I think they're great. I think it's good what they do, as long as they, you know, do stuff legally and ethically, of course. But it's not for me, I guess. I'm not patient enough. I don't really like guns. That's not really my thing. Bird butlers. Are they birds? I don't know. So it's kind of hard to explain because this is the first one of them that you've seen. But like the humans that you see that become monstrous due to being affected by the Crimson Curse, they'll have a very like specific aesthetic to them. Like they all become very pale. Their eyes become big and compound, and then their noses elongate into the mosquito point. So this is sort of a mosquito-fying human. Their jaws do that thing that their jaws are doing. I don't know, it's very spooky. So you'll see more of them when we come back and do other quests. You wouldn't survive in the wild? Dude, me either. I would last 2 days. I'd probably find like a fun mushroom and then eat it and it would kill me. Which is a bad idea. Do not do that thing that I said. Like, it's a very good idea to be well-versed in what what mushrooms are good to eat and which ones will destroy you.
The death by inches.
And maybe which ones will just get you a little spicy, you know? A little wiggly. Not because I would know how to survive per se, because I'd be eaten alive by bugs. Ooh. You know what's weird? Actually, never mind. I was gonna say, you know what's weird? When I was little, I would get mosquito bites all the time, and that stopped happening. And I remember that the reason that stopped happening is because I do not go outside.
Destroyed.
Ugh. Which is really a sign I should go outside more, frankly. Get some vitamin D. But I, like, not do that. You know, I prefer not to do that. Would probably scratch myself to death eventually. Yeah. A lot of scratchy things out there. Ooh, he got big. When did he get big? Is that a thing they do? Why do they get big? I don't like big. Why big? Why you big? What you doing? Why you big? Okay, well now you're dead. Okay, well that was a weird thing that happened. Okay.
Victory.
So.
But a victory nonetheless.
Ooh, we got things. Oh, I want that though. I want that. Let's see, what's replaceable? Probably this anti-venom. Not very practical. I haven't seen a lot of bleed, so not too worried about that. Okay, well this was a dead end. Why is there a fight now? Why? Why was there a fight now? Okay, hold on. Let me reorder some people. I gotta reorder. Backup Junior, backup. Backup Junior needs backup. That's it. No, I react badly to mosquito bites. Your blood's no longer to their tastes. That's... Ooh. How bad is badly, dare I ask? Or just like you don't handle being itchy very well, like as a person. That sounds not very fun. I'm not a big fan of mosquito bites, obviously. I don't know who is. But I don't think I've ever heard anyone say they react badly to it, is just why I asked. I will say that another type of bug that I do not care for is any of the stinging variety, any sort of bees and wasps. Bees are fine. Bees are fine. No problem with bees. Bees will leave you alone. But any other kind of wasp, any kind of stinging, not here for that. So I have actually never been stung by a bee. I think, was it you, Lemon? Someone was saying the other day when we were talking about injuries that they'd never been stung by a bee. I have not either, and I am terrified of the day that it happens because my grandfather, my dad's dad, was very allergic to bee stings, and those things tend to skip a generation. Yeah, you. So I'm afraid that I will get stung by a bee and then just become a balloon. I have no idea. I have no idea if I'm allergic to bee stings.
Obliterated.
Quite possible. Little sadist seeks the sweet, sweet blood of the young. Yeah, absolutely. Not like an allergic reaction, just a lot of swelling and they itch so much. Yeah. My problem is always just like, oh, you too, Kaylee, your swell pretty bad. I just, like, my problem is just I can't leave well enough alone. Like, I will just itch the shit out of it continuously. Like, I know better, but I'll do it. I will destroy myself.
Never hidden.
Love self-destruct.
This expedition at least promises success.
Oh, so one little minor detail is that now that Damien has the Crimson Curse, his speech bubbles are all perma red and bloody, even though he says, you know, the same stuff as he normally would. So if that happens to you, your speech is gonna get all red. Oh, so he is in craving mode. So I don't know when this happens. I didn't notice it, but so this is one of the modes of Crimson Curse, which at this point, basically it's a permanent debuff in most aspects except for speed, as you can see, which is not great. So I could cure this right now by using the blood on him, but usually you want to conserve it for a while, so like after a little while he will go into wasting, and that's usually when you want to give him the blood. So they can stand to be craving for a little while. You don't want to like constantly be giving the blood, or else you'll run out too fast, because it's, you know, it's a commodity. It's hard to keep track of, but you definitely don't want them to sit around as wasting, or they will die. I believe if someone is wasting and you leave them, even if it's like not an expedition, if someone is wasting and you leave them in the hamlet, when you come back, they're dead. So that is the thing you don't want to happen. But other than that, I don't think their status progresses when they're resting. It's only when they're out adventuring. Yes, he is permanently a vampire. Later in the game, it is possible to cure the Crimson Curse. But yes, he is permanently a vampire. Ooh, we did find an extra blood though, so let's go ahead and use it. So now he is in Bloodlust mode for a little while, which is actually a huge buff. So lots of speed, lots of damage, stun resist is better, blight resist is better, bleed resist is worse though. Surprising they let themselves starve to death as opposed to go feral on others. So I guess that's what makes them not really exactly a vampire per se, because it's not that they crave blood. they crave the blood, capital T, capital B, the blood, which is a specific substance. Which is hard to explain. I would rather let the cinematic that I think we will see soon explain for me. I believe it would do a better job anyway. So they're not exactly vampires. They're really more magic addicts. I guess one could argue that's kind of what a vampire is. I guess depending on whichever interpretation. Yeah, so it's not just blood, it's the blood. Which is a very specific thing. But to say more than that would maybe be a spoiler.
Impressive. Inspiration and improvement.
Okay, I believe this is our last quest location, although I might go into that room just to see what's in there.
The maddening whine of
I'm just gonna
multitudinous wings abates.
See if we get some
Let us
treasure
hope
in
that is the
here.
end of things.
Because like I said, I'm trolling around for the Crimson Court trinkets. I want the trinket sets. I want that. That's what I want. Ooh, what is that guy? Damned Fountain. Spews crimson ichor from some damnable source. I think you can use holy water on this, but I wasted it earlier on a thing that you couldn't actually use it on, which was my bad. But let's see. Ooh. Well, he stuck his hand in, and that was a questionable decision. Okay, but I think that's the whole map. Yep, we explored it all, and we finished the quest. So, you guys can't actually see it because it's covered up. Let me move it just for a second. Maybe I should move my, camera over here. I don't know that it really will matter for most of it, but you can see the quest stuff in the top left. You don't miss a lot of information back there. You haven't missed much, but there's that. I guess I'm kind of facing this way anyway. I like to face the direction of the game I'm playing, if that makes sense. Oh, here we go.
In those younger years, my home was a hive of unbridled hedonism. A roiling apiary where instinct and impulse were indulged with wild abandon. A bewitching predator slipped in amidst the swarm of tittering sycophants. Though outwardly urbane, I could sense in her a mocking thirst. Driven half-mad by cloying vulgarity, I plotted to rid myself of this lurking threat in a grand display of sadistic sport.
Ooh.
But as the moment of murder drew nigh, the gibbous moon revealed her inhuman desires in all their stultifying hideousness.
So, there is a certain figure here who is partially the underlying reason for all of this. So in this case, it's not just local Florida man who ruins everything. It's also local Florida woman. So, this is a central villain, on top of the main invitation, who is, or the main guy, the ancestor, who is our other villain. What do we got? We got Baron's Invitation. So that'll let us do the next quest if we want to. And Tyrant's Fingerbone, which is good for if we do the like finale build for the Jester, which I don't necessarily do. For once, the Ancestor might have been right to be shady. Yes and no. So yes entirely to that. As it turns out, yes, the Ancestor was absolutely right to be shady about that. The way that he handled it afterward, which you won't find out for a while, but that's another cinematic. No, he still runs something. He still absolutely runs something. He big fucked up. Big fucked up. But yes, there was another bad thing that happened that would have happened regardless. Wasting disease resist. That's no good. He's not known for handling things well. No, he's like making fun of us, like, oh, it's like a how did he phrase it? A roiling apiary of degeneracy, something like that. That's like his courtyard. It belongs to him. Like, he's making fun of it and like shitting on it, but like, that's his deal. That's his house. That's your apiary of degeneracy.
These swarming beings carry a pernicious plague.
Oh, speaking of degeneracy,
so very so insidious. It is more a curse than a mere disease.
So all regions will experience a growing infestation. So, this is why a lot of people, even if they intend to play the Crimson Curse DLC, will deliberately like delay it until they've played part of the game, because now that we finished that first mission, where does it show it? Does it show it here?
Just as I feared. Now loosed
Yes.
from their brackish prison,
You can
they will
see
spread like
that there is
locusts
an
across our land.
infestation level in the estate. Curse-carrying insects have begun to spread. Which is kind of just like a badness level. I don't know, it doesn't really mean too much on its own, but it is possible, if one is not careful, to spread the Crimson Curse between your heroes. There's so many like very similar words in this DLC. Crimson Curse courtyard. So forgive the person with the expressive language issues. So yeah, if I put Damien in the same place as someone else, especially later on, there is a possibility that the curse can transfer. No, you do not need a vampire member to go to the Crimson Court. You absolutely do not. But there might also be a little boss guy who has decided, hey, maybe I want to kill everyone who has the Crimson Curse, even if they're good guys. So if I have too many of those on a team, he might show up, which I would not love. Okay, so we have a bunch of things we need to do. First of all, Shooty's got some issues. I guess we have a lot of disease going on. But Shooty has 2, so we need to get rid of one of these. Let's fix that. Like, doctors can kind of cure their own diseases, so I'm not worried about that. Kaylee, what's your deal? Kaylee, you've got the fits. Oh, I think we decided that that was actually not an issue, because it gave you speed. Yeah, I'm not super worried about that. If we cure it in a dungeon, then fine. If not, then fine. Lime has a tapeworm. Ooh, I don't like that, because that makes it hard to plan. Who else had one? Backup Junior, but I'm more worried about stress. So let's see. Does she have any? Nope, she can go wherever. Okay. To the cloister with ye. Alrighty. Anyone fun in here? Nobody that we don't already have. Oh, they're all level 0. Lame. Ooh. We could increase the number of available heroes to 6. We could increase the size of the roster. Let's do that. Do we, the Descendant, actually hear the Ancestor? Unclear. Not sure. Maybe, actually. I don't know if you already asked that. I don't remember. The Ancestor is certainly talking, regardless of who's listening. I don't know the extent to which his words are diegetic. Like, I don't know if they're being said in universe. It's definitely kind of a thing. There's definitely some sort of weird communication happening. I mean, what we know for sure is that the heir, the Descendant, the person that we are, got the letter that was sent right before he shot himself, right? In that first cinematic. We know that that's the case. We don't know if these, like, you know, him rambling or whatever, like, the extent to which that information is being passed along to us. That's unclear. I think they intentionally keep it vague, for optimal storytelling flexibility, you know what I mean? So we don't really know. He is dead. He did shoot himself. He is physically dead. Let's see. Oh, I didn't remember that bit. Oh yeah, the him sending the letter. That's why he always goes on about the plume and the pistol, a fitting end, because he wrote a letter and then shot himself. It's like the very last thing that happens in the cinematic, so that's probably why you don't remember, because it's not. He doesn't go on and on about it. You just see it happen. Oh, shooting himself. Yes, that happened. Okay, so what do we want to do? So we have some courtyard stuff we could do. So from here on out, you have to have invitations to go in the courtyard. And we got one from the last quest. So a couple of things we could do here. We have, usually I think there's two quests. There's like the main plot quests to kill the Baron, in this case, but there are some other ones later. And then there are some other kind of like, oh, you can just venture in if you want to, sort of quests. So we might want to go ahead and go in here. Now, notice that this is an epic quest. It says epic next to where it says veteran here on the left, and then it says firewood times 0. Because courtyard quests are so long, it's expected that you leave and come back several times. And you can't bring firewood, although sometimes you can find it there, weirdly. Yeah, courtyard quests are long and weird. So we might go ahead and start that. We definitely won't finish it, but we can see what we can do here. I will say it's not a bad idea to bring some of your own Crimson Curse people into the courtyard, just because that's where you're more likely to get the Crimson Curse, because it's where you fight those enemies the most. But those enemies will go to other places. So like here where it says curse-carrying insects have begun to spread, what that means is that, like, if you go to the other places, like the ruins or the cove or wherever, now we'll see some buggos. Sometimes they will appear. Can you go this time? Yeah, let's do it. Well, I think so. Can I bring a level 6 into a veteran mission? Let's find out. I want to say yes. Yep, there we go. Okay, you have a little bit of stress to start out with, but oh well. Ooh, maybe we'll bring a jester. Maybe that's a good idea. Let's do that. And then bring someone else in the back. Oh, before I forget, let's do this. Let's put this fun trinket on Will. Yeah, Damien and Jojo looking a bit traumatized. Although Damien's stress level is pretty low, despite the fact that he is having a big bleed. I'm just bringing him because he's already infected, so I don't need to worry about re-infecting him. You or Tingle might become the vampire. Just maybe. We'll find out. Let's see. How about you? What's your deal? Didn't mean to push that button. Who else should be in this party? Damien. Okay, Flagellant and Occultist, a Jester. We really just need a back damage dealer. So who can sit kind of in the back and do damage? Ooh, Houndmaster. Yes. Yes. Yes, I feel it. Okay. I might swap the positions of the Houndmaster and you. Not sure. One thing that is kind of nice about the courtyard is, and bringing the occultist. So bad news is that bleeds are more likely. So your heals will cause bleed a little more often. We might need to drag this guy around a little bit. We just might need to. But on the bright side, some of these like things that lower the torch levels are safer to use because, I mean, we don't have to worry about the torch. It's always kind of at max. So, yeah. So, you know, it's a mixed bag. Let's see. Let's see. If I put you second from the front, you can do a stab. You can do a stun. You can heal. And do... what else? What else? Demon's Pool, sure. Okay, there's my Jester set up. Houndmaster in the back. Sure, that looks good to me. Okay, so I think that's a good party. Well, here it goes then. What's Mercurial and Nervous again? Let me check. Mercurial means 5% less virtue chance. So if your stress gets to 100, you're a little more likely to go off the deep end. Which you should never really plan on going virtuous anyway. You know, it's a rarity. And then Nervous means, ooh, more stress. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So, but I mean, that's also why we're bringing Tingle. We got a nice stress reliever here. Speaking of, let me make sure. Yep, he is full up on skills. Gaveston also has a skill relief stress that we might use. Let's see. Let's just bring it all. Let's just bring it all. We can have it all. We can do everything. Right, what a combo. Correct. Okay. Those are fine. Camping skills. I guess camping isn't a big concern. Remove disease. Well, you can't remove the Crimson Curse, so at least not yet. So that's not a thing I'm gonna spend money on. Ooh, I have a lot of crests. Let's use some of those up.
Depends on survival.
None of these I really need. None of these are something I instantly am like, yeah, I gotta spend money on that. Tingle really is your guy. Yeah, you really form a pair. Okay, I think that's probably good. I don't want to flit around too much. Okay, let's go ahead and start this quest. Again, we are expected to not complete it in one go. We will go and then do some stuff and then come back. That's kind of just the gameplay loop. So it uses up an invitation. That's fine. We'll get another one in a different way later. How you get invitations later is, remember how I said the Crimson Court baddies will now bleed into, no pun intended, bleed into other areas. Sometimes you'll see a guy and he'll have an invitation and you beat him up. That's how you get him. So it's fine that it uses an invitation. I am not worried. Okay, what do we bring? Let's bring 2 bloods. We'll probably find more, but let's bring 2 bloods. Bring some food for hunger checks. I don't know, 2 stacks of food. Couple shovels. Couple bandages for bleed. And the holy water. Don't need too many torches. Let's just bring 8. I don't know. Torches aren't too expensive. I do like that from here on, it tells you have the chance to check how many heroes in town are wasting before you leave. Because they risk, you know, dying. Which we do not want. Okay. So, I think that's... Oops, I did not mean to touch that. I think that's about it.
They would arrive in teeming hordes, adorned in powdered wigs and pretension, seeking to slake their thirst on wine and indecency. As intoxication invariably took hold, innocuous frivolities would escalate to ever more disturbing diversions. Orchestrating the hideous affair was a hunchbacked fiend who seemed to delight in proportion to the suffering he caused. I could have stopped him, I suppose, but I was a slave to my own appetites, and restraint would have rendered me a hypocrite.
I love the fact that he's just like, oh, I could have stopped it, but I didn't because I'm a bad person, and I like that about me. Also, this background here that you're seeing here with everyone kind of just hanging around, something to note, the Crimson Court is these people, they're here, they're still hanging around, they're like around, they're just like vampire bloodsucker people, so you'll see him around sometimes.
Does this diminutive fool play at now?
At least he's honest? Sure. At least he knows that it would make him a hypocrite if he were to suddenly become a good person. Okay, so here's the thing. These maps are fucking huge. So we're gonna, you know, explore as we go. If I wanted to cheat a little bit, you can, so these maps are not randomly generated. You could look them up. But I will try not to. Because that feels too cheaty. So I'll try to not cheat. Wait, wasn't this the Ancestor's Place? Yeah, totally. I mean, to some extent, like the location of the courtyard was inherited. But he's not the one organizing these. No, he is. He definitely is. He absolutely is. I think to some extent, like, there's an implication that it's kind of like a lot of these balls would turn into like out-of-hand theater parties, only instead of people getting high and just being really loud and obnoxious, they started killing each other and drinking their blood. You know, just casual.
Well struck.
But then he was like, oh no, you guys stop doing this thing that I think is funny. So, you know, don't actually...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's see. Ooh.
Devastating blow.
Do these guys count as beast? Or animal or whatever? Or are they just bloodsucker? Bloodsucker is its own creature type. Okay, noted. Let's do a little stress relief. Just keep that under control. Right, guys, we can't keep doing this. Wink. You're not supposed to be here. You can't kill that guy. You can't kill that guy. You can't be here. You can't be here. You can't do that. I don't want you to stab that guy. Here, take a knife. Take this knife. Take this knife. Don't use that knife. Where'd you get that knife from? You know, it's that. It's very that.
Their formation is broken. Maintain.
Yes, the master of ceremony. Yeah, it's very, yes, says Wink out loud. Oh, I am wearing Poe's shirt. Hey, you guys, would you like this super cool shirt that I'm wearing? Let me stand up. Look at this shirt. Look at this Poe Belief shirt. You guys like this shirt? I'm gonna buy this shirt. It's such a great shirt. There's stuff in the back. Oh, in the back too. There's Poe's everywhere. Okay, this is a super great shirt. Do you guys like the shirt? You should talk to somebody who is in chat, going by the name of Ukulele Gaily, if you're interested in this shirt. Okay. Yes, I kind of forgot I was wearing Poe's shirt, but yes, I am wearing Poe's shirt. It's so nice, such a soft shirt. A lovely red, a lovely crimson, very fitting. Don't know her. Sometimes I wish I didn't. No, I'm just kidding. Literally do not know what I would do if I did not know. Which is sad. Oh, the guy got big again. I don't like when he gets big.
Confidence
Makes me nervous.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay. What was I gonna do? Was I gonna change a skill? Yeah, I think I was gonna change this to a stress relief one, just to keep levels down. Okay. I don't like the traps. I don't like that it's just a guy jumping out of the ground. I do not approve. And then he misses sometimes? I don't get it. I don't really get that. Here we've got some new enemies. So this is a Chevalier. I do not like them. I don't think they can spread the Crimson Curse, but they do invoke a shit ton of damage, if I recall correctly. So I don't like that. Things are really rough and you start hitting a bunch of them. Let's see. Can I pull him forward? Is he movable? Oh, he is not movable. That is a 270% move resist. So that is not an option. Let's see. Can I stun one of these guys, though? Yes, I can stun them. Great. Let's just really stack on the bleed while we're at it. Let's do that. And then I'm going to use that stress relief thing. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, I do not love the little centipede legs. Not a big fan of that. Let's see, how much bleed is on it? 8? So that'll kill him in 2 rounds anyway. So let's focus down this guy. I do really like the music here, like the Courtyard unique track. It's very just constant psycho strings. I don't know, I just think it fits. I just think it's very thematic. Did that do anything? Oh, kinda. Okay.
As the fiend falls,
What did that do?
fatal hope blossoms.
Ooh, dang it, 1 HP left. Very last? Oh man. What does that debuff do? Ooh, very low dodge. I do not like that. I like when I dodge. Dodging good. We're gonna have to start healing pretty soon. Especially all of the non-flagellant members. Okay, now I can stress you. Now I have bleed keeping things under control. Yeah, those guys will die very soon, so we can just heal. Yeah, some of the fights in the courtyard are rough.
And improvement.
Ooh, on the right side, that gives us a lot of money.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Okay. Directions. I don't know the directions. Which way we want to go? Again, this is going to turn into a huge map. So let's just pick away and commit. I'm gonna go north. Oh man, I wish I had like a pull ability, but I do not have that. Okay, maggots. Not worried about her.
Be gone, fiend. Another one falls.
This is like the very least threatening enemy I can meet here. They can do an annoying stun and some stress damage, and that's about it. Wow, that was a nothing fight. Okay, cool. It is weird how they come in pairs. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so I think these now are no longer quest things. I think you can use torches on them, and that's a stress relief thing. Oh, no, it gives you treasure. Ooh, that's a lot of blood. How much does blood stack? I have 5 of them. How many do a stack? Is it 5? 6 maybe. Not sure. Okay, let's see what North has for us. Guys, okay. Maybe solar maggots are just too non-threatening? I don't know, maybe. To be honest, I don't think any kind of maggots are that threatening. Like, I don't know why, like, maggots are a thing that happens so often in horror movies. I guess just because they come with, like... I mean, there's, like, a biological revulsion to maggots, right? I guess it's the decay associated with them. I'm just thinking of, So, there's a movie that I really like called Suspiria. I am speaking of the original Suspiria and not the remake that came out a couple years ago. So maybe very, very minor spoilers to Suspiria, just about like a thing that happens, but it's not a major plot point. There's a point where, so it's set in like a dance academy, and there's a point where like maggots start raining from the ceiling, and it's like this whole thing. But it's really, it just comes across as more comical than anything.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
I don't know. Was there anything I was gonna say about that, or did it just remind me of it? I guess it just reminded me of it. I don't know. There's a point where it's like the headmaster is like, or not? Is she the headmaster? I guess she is. Is like, so sorry, dreadfully sorry. Did not mean for there to be maggots from the ceiling. Our suppliers brought in some bad meat that we kept in the attic for some reason, and you see what happens. And then you hear one girl in the background be like, "One got in my hair," and she's just like, "Sorry, so sorry." Terribly inconvenient, you know. It's just it makes me laugh so hard. God, I love that movie. I'm so obsessed with that movie. If you ever get a chance, it is very hard to find, but I highly recommend watching the original Suspiria. It's not very, it's hard to explain the story. Curses. Okay, we got a vampire dog guy. I don't, ooh. Don't love that. Man, these guys suck. Okay then. Super normal things to yell. Do I get a turn? Damn. Well, we're all vampires here. Except for you, Lemon. We're all vampires here. God, what a series of turns. What even happened just now? Okay, so everyone is a vampire, except except you, Lemon. Just party full of vampires otherwise. Man, what an unlucky series of turns. Shit. Okay, well, let's kill these guys before they can, I guess, well, they've done their damage, but time through the way kill. I guess it's a whole combination of appearance, the implications of dead things, the way they wriggle around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't find it spooky, I guess. But yeah, it's really just the things they're associated with. I guess the fly is associated with death. Who becomes a fly? Who is it? Who was the poet that wrote the famous? Was it Emily Bronte that wrote the poem "The Fly"? Maybe that has something to do with it, although not maggots directly. I don't know. What was I talking about before I just got my ass handed to me? Oh, Suspiria. Yeah, I highly recommend you watch Suspiria. It's a little hard to explain because it's not like a super character-driven plot, or it's like a very aesthetic movie. Like, it's meant to feel like a big nightmare. And I think it pulls it off really well. It's such a unique movie. Very influenced by Giallo films. But it's hard to watch because, like, it got shuffled around between a whole bunch of streaming platforms. I don't know what it's on right now, but highly recommend, if you ever get a chance, watch the original Suspiria. You know, maybe it's good I'm not a vampire. Yeah, I think it's a little inconvenient. It's not the most convenient thing to be. We have discovered that blood stacks up to 6. 6 is the limit. Okay. What do we want to do here? We never use dog biscuits. Sorry, puppy. Just always first thing to go. Man, we're 2 rooms in and we're already all vampires. Something interesting has occurred. I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit. Does you see that little yellow star? You see it? Oh, considering I can bleed others, wouldn't want any unintentional accidents. Good point. You see this little yellow star right here? Got a secret door. And in a lot of places, in a lot of other places we could explore, that's just a secret room, just a little treasure room. But it's something slightly different here. We gotta fight something before we get there, though. Ooh, surprised. Okay, I'm gonna kill that big guy. Screw that big guy. Do not like. Man, dodgy though. We do be stacking that bleed though.
Mortality.
Sorry, I forgot that was a thing that the manservant can do, that attack called Enraging Slight, where just like, here's the back of my hand, 30 stress damage. Stupid. Ooh, okay. You got a little healing to do here. Oh, classic zero heal. No bleed though. I do see the bird comparison. I think it's the shape of the head. I do see what you're getting at with that, for sure. Well, some bleed at least. Okay, so that back guy is dead. And then we have a guard happening. So we will just do that. Fixes one problem. Ooh, I don't love that. Okay, well, we're about to have a
slow death,
small issue.
unforgiving.
So, Lemon, you're on death's door. We're gonna try to fix that for you. Okay, we healed for 18, so you're fine. Okay, we're good. Maybe the collar thing reminds me a bit of a turkey. Oh, I could kind of see that. The, like, ruffled collar. Yeah, that's a little bird-esque. Stress? Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, these fights are rough. Vengeful Boots.
Remind yourself that
Interesting.
overconfidence
Not a
is
super
slow
good
and
trinket.
insidious killer.
Oh, so another thing about the blood, if you have like a shit ton of it like we do now, if you give the blood to someone who has the Crimson Curse, even if they are just regular walking around, it's a buff. I forget exactly what it does, but it is an option. Let's see, what do we want to get rid of? Emerald is 750, 2 Onyx or 200. Nothing super interesting. Let's just eat this 2 food. Yeah, there we go. Here we go, a secret door, which contains, lemon? So this is a thing. Sometimes you will find, some very high power heroes and rescue them from random dungeons scattered throughout. So when we go back to the dad, my long lost father. Yeah, so when we go back to the stagecoach, that guy will show up. Our oldest brother. Okay, so wait, if you're lemon and then baby you is lime, who is this? Is this grapefruit? My son. Which member of the citrus family is this? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Uh-oh. Why am I going this way? Oh no, I don't want to fight these guys. Okay, well, they're not too bad though. We fought these guys. They're not too bad. Hey, son! Okay. Let's see. Let's do a little more healing. Why not? Ooh. Top of your game. Okay. Oldest brother is supposed to be citrus, but maybe it could be dad. Maybe. Don't do howl. That is annoying. I'm annoyed.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Okay.
The birthplace of dread.
It grows GP, short for grapefruit. I'm pretty sure we can fit all of grapefruit into the text field. I'm pretty sure. Oh, GF? Yeah. Go away, ghoul. I banished you to somewhere else. Oh no, not here. Okay. I think. Let me check that again. Yeah, he's gonna die next turn. Okay, cool. Healing, important. Healing important. Ooh, crit heal, nice.
Isn't it?
Grapefruit's just really weird sounding. It is very strange. It has always been strange to me why that's the name for that we as a society have agreed upon, because there is a fruit called grapes, and then we have this thing called a grapefruit that has nothing to do with grapes. We should just make a meal out of a whole bunch of things that are very confusing and named terrible things that make no sense. Canadian bacon and grapefruit, which does not sound like a good combination. I do not want that. Ooh, okay. So now that Damien's at low health, we can do big things, like a big heal. Let's do a big heal. Yay! Very useful. Okay. Ooh, we better do a little stress relieving here. Let's just say Big Bro's orange and he's the sweetest of the family. Oh, it's so sweet. I love it. Okay. We do a little more healing while we're at it. Sure.
A death by inches.
Okay. Ooh, let's see. Who has worse? Yeah, well, we'll do that. Okay. Do I want these things? I want the crests for sure. I don't really need the herbs here, I guess. Let's use one to get rid of a debuff though. Oh, can I not? Oh, it's a permanent debuff. 250 isn't a lot of gold. We won't worry about it. Okay. So let's see. Let's keep going the direction. Oops, nope, wrong way. Like the only good boy, the rest are all pessimists and sour old men. I can see that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm smelling what you stepped in. Okay, remember, we are not here to explore and finish the whole map. Oh, we got a guy. What are you doing? What does that mean? Oh, okay, we stole from a homeless person. Okay, great. I feel great about that. Love that for us. Well, I guess it's worth more than this emerald, so... Even though I'm like 30 at most. I see. Oh, was this a dead end? Really? Hate that. Okay, whatever. Okay, hunger check. Okay, so we still got plenty of food. We're not super high in stress, so we still have a bit more exploring we can do here. You sure are building yourself a whole family history and lore. Uh-oh. Got a craving boy. Got a thirsty toddler back there. So this is the thing. Sometimes you will encounter shifting mists, which are obstacles that you have to clear with a torch instead of a shovel. I don't know why that's a mechanic, but it is. What's over here? Okay, blood flowers. I think you can pour more of the blood into the flowers, which we might as well do because we have tons of it. Oh, it didn't do anything. Okay. Well, never mind. Okay, just to free up a slot, we're gonna give the craving guy the blood. Well, no, we can hold off a little bit. Let's hold off just a little. Okay, I'm trying to like sort of systematically clear out the map. Oh, fell in trap. Oh, that's right. The traps here, when successful, they will spawn enemies.
Thirsting for blood.
Oh, and Tingle is also now craving the blood. Turns out it's surprisingly hard to shovel mist. You know, I guess it makes sense when you put it that way. I guess it does. Okay. What do we got here? just find that enemy so annoying. They were less dodgy, maybe less. Okay, we need to stress you. We need to waste a few turns just to do that. Can I stun you? Yes. Okay. Great. That's a huge help.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life.
Yeah, we're gonna kill a turn or two just to straight up keep on trying to stress you. Especially you, Lemon, because, you know, you're going through it. Turns out, being the only non-vampire into an adventuring party is a stressful time. You wouldn't think, but maybe you would, actually. Maybe you would. Okay, well, let's see. Do we need to heal? Maybe a little. That decline. Oh, that distress damage. I'm trying to undo that. Rude. Okay, well, we're gonna undo that. Okay, it's a little better. Better not sit around for too long. Okay, so now we have net loss of stress, which is good. Okay, so we're doing okay. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. Citrine, not
Success
useful.
so clearly
Nah, I don't need any of that.
Merely a trick of the light.
Okay. Another kind of decent reason to leave would maybe be, what happened there? Oh, why did that trigger a scout? Oh, what? Okay. Weird. Okay. Don't know why that did the thing that it did. So another valid reason to leave, even if we're not super high stress, is just because, like, our pockets are full. Can't hold more treasure. You know, that's valid to me. Let's go in here. Ugh, these guys. Okay. I will always try to kill this guy as soon as possible, just because he'll do a shit ton of damage otherwise. Battle. Let's do some buffing. Oop, my bad. Okay. Turns out we made a party that's pretty good at stacking bleed between, well, all the vampires, believe it or not. So that guy is gonna bleed out 4-2-2-2. You come back to your turn to the place you left at? I believe so. I believe you do. Otherwise, it'd be pretty annoying. Although it's usually, in general, safer in this game to re-explore places you've been before. Okay, so you might need to give some blood to the craving people just because they're gonna start driving us all mad. We get it. You want the blood. You must sate your thirst. You're shriveling up inside. Like, we get it. We all have problems. We all have needs.
Masterfully executed.
Slice, slice, slice. Man, the bloody red text really pops on some of the shit the Jester has to say. Okay. Free digestion. I don't like the pukies. I don't like the pukies. Pukies are not my favorite. Okay. We killed the big guy. So, there we go. Now we're on track. Okay, so those guys are all but dead. We can do a little healing here. Nice. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Ooh, more blood. Okay, before anything else, before I forget, let's go ahead and let these guys get their fill. Have your fill, Barbara. Okay, let's a little bit of food. Let's just use it up. I don't like having food sitting around that's not a multiple of 4. Okay, so there we go. There's some treasure. There's some niceties. Okay, so I noticed that there's a locked room here. I believe you have to go somewhere to get the corresponding color of key. So somewhere is a red key, if I remember correctly, how this all works. Kind of a little bit. Do not remember where the red key is. Maybe in one of these rooms. I'm kind of taking all the north paths right now, just to like systematically go through everything. Which you might not explore the entire map. That might not be worth it for us. But, you know, I'll poke around. Okay, surprisingly nothing so far. Okay, some shit to the left and to the right. I guess let's go left. Again, I'm trying to be kind of systematic about this. I'm kind of taking all of the paths that are, like, north of the entrance. Man, these maps are huge. Absolutely huge. Ooh, here we go. We'll do a stress heal. Yes, very useful. Okay, much better. Ah, here's some fun guys. So again, now you can see more of this kind of aesthetic that applies to humans that have been affected long-term for the curse. So they get real tall, they get real pale, real slender limbs, their eyes become compounded, their noses become very pointy, their jaws do that thing. Kind of looks like they ate their lips. Oh, Kaylee's online. Playing Pokemon Snap ahead of Will. Poor guy is trying to not be too spoiled so he can react genuinely on stream. When is the next time he's planning on streaming Snap? Is that Tuesday? Is that what's replacing Immortals Phoenix Rising? Is the third bird? Tuesday's not too long to wait, but I still feel kind of bad. Yeah. Never let it be said that he's not committed to his craft. So this is an Esquire. This is a Curtisan. They both do that thing. I do remember about this guy, about these guys. They do that thing that the manservant do, where if they get a taste of the blood, they get a lot scarier. I think the Esquire is one of the only enemies that gets riposte, the like counterattack thing. So I don't know, we'll focus him down maybe. I believe they all can spread the curse. I kind of forget. I forget how it works. Thankfully, they're not too hard to kill before they transform most of the time. Oh, we got slapped by the evil lady. Okay. Well, cool. Well, that's fun. Let's see. Do some stress relief, maybe. Maybe we will. There we go. There is a setup, I forget exactly how it works, but in a party that has both the Jester and the Flagellant, there's a setup that like passes a bunch of stress back and forth between the two of them, but like at like a decreased rate. I forget exactly how it works. I think you use the there's a Flagellant ability that transfers other people's stress to him instead, but then you can put trinkets on to make it so that he gains less stress, and then heal just his stress with the Jester. It's something like that. So there's like a really efficient stress healing setup, but I forget how it works. It depends on a trinket. But people use that in the Color of Madness update, which we will open up, you know, after we do some Crimson Warp stuff. Because there are some like very long fights in that. There's a mode that's basically infinite fight mode. It's kind of Color of Madness's whole deal for the most part. So we will, like all the DLC, you can add that on later. So that's what we'll do. Oh, that's another thing that happens, is that sometimes the Bloodlust people will heal their own stress. So that's a thing. You can still play the first few levels though. I don't think plot advances if you do the requests like for the first island. Yeah, someone should look into that, because it would be nice for him to be able to do that. let's see. Stress Heal, that's the name of the game here. That's something that I'm like kind of not looking forward to, just that level of anticipation when I start playing Three Houses, because I know that once I get into Three Houses, I'm gonna want to just play it and play it and play it. But I'm gonna try to not play it off screen, because I don't want anything to go missed. But I know I'm gonna want to tear into that fucking game. So, by the way, I've probably mentioned this before. We're getting pretty close to the end of Fire Emblem 7, I think, which is part of the reason why I'm starting things a little early on the weekends these days. I started at 1 instead of 2. I think I might be able to wrap up Fire Emblem 7 between tomorrow and next weekend, maybe a third week. We might need one more session. But after then, that slot is going to become Three Houses. I have decided, because I really want to play Three Houses. That is a thing that I'm into. I actually started playing Fire Emblem 7, but a different save file off screen yesterday. I was talking about this with Kaylee a little bit. The game, in order to get like the whole plot, kind of expects you to play it multiple times, which is a very Fire Emblem thing. It kind of expects you to play Hector's mode, and like all the side chapters, but like it's like 90% the same as Elliewood, so I'm not gonna replay Hector mode on screen. That would be dumb. I don't think that's a good use of time. But I wanted to do it. Also, because Hector hard mode is the only like challenging part of that game, frankly, but it's real hard. So I'm doing that off screen just for funsies. Okay, we got a Vestal thing, which increases her melee skills, weirdly enough. So there is very much a build for the Vestal where you slap her into position 2 and just have her beat the shit out of things. That is a way you can build the Vestal. I don't usually do that, just because she can't use her powerful single target heals unless she's in the back 2 ranks. But yeah. Yeah, that's a thing in Three Houses. Right, so that's the thing that I know, is that like if you want to get like the full scope of the story and like everyone's perspective, you gotta play, you know, all the different routes, which I would like to do. I intend to do. We want this. We definitely want this. I'm really excited to play it and just have a good time. I think I will enjoy it a lot. Man, so many branching paths. Okay, another one of these. I can burn it. Burn it and I get treasure, is what I've learned.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Well, Ancestor, if wishes were fishes. Let's see. I do not care about the citrine. I do want the crests. That's not too much gold. What do I want to replace? I haven't really been using the bandages. But it being the courtyard, I don't want to get rid of them. Maybe I don't need the holy one. Sure. Let's I don't know, have some holy water too. I don't know. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna walk out of here with a lot of heirlooms at least. A lot of crests. That'll be nice. I don't know if there's a New Game Plus thing that speeds up progress or any kind of New Game Plus for that matter. I don't know. I do not know these things. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but I sold my copy of Three Houses a while back. Oh, you sold it? I mean, if you, like, got all of the content out of it that you wanted and didn't intend to replay it, then, like, why not? But since it seems you are happy to explore the game some more, I hope that I will be able to scratch that itch for you. I will also be sure to have the backseating allowed tag on for Fire Emblem Three Houses as well, because I do not know what I'm doing. So I'm happy to take your suggestions. The only thing that I do kind of really want to do in Three Houses, since I'm doing all the different routes anyway, is I do to make sure that I kind of use all the units, at least put all the units to good use at least like once during all of the like all the different routes. I'm not doing a good job of communicating the thing I'm trying to say, but like for instance, when I do the Black Eagles route, like I want to make sure I really use all the Black Eagles characters or whatever. Like I know you can also recruit people from other houses, but I want to make sure that I get like that, like those are my main units and I get a lot of use out of them. So I want to try to like use all the units at least once, because there aren't that many units in the game total, if I remember correctly. I know you get a bunch of people later that aren't really like students in a house. I think those come to you in a lot of different routes, if I understand correctly, like some of the teachers you get later or whatever. So those aren't like route dependent. So those I'll use sometimes, but like definitely all the students. So like whenever I do the, I'm trying to think of, I don't really know that many of the characters. So like Sylvain, I believe, sorry if I'm getting anyone mixed up. I think Sylvain is a Blue Lions guy. So like I'll be sure to really utilize Sylvain when I do the Blue Lions route, if that makes sense. Other than that, like I'm open to tons of backseat. I just want to make sure I like, I don't know, try everyone out. I had my eyes on another game and it was the game with the highest value. You know, the law of equivalent exchange. That's not what that is, but that's how I'm using that series of words. You could totally just use a starting student and don't bother recruiting. I mean, okay. Well, so for one, it's reassuring that you don't need to. I'll definitely do some recruiting. What are we doing? Well, we're fighting some bug vampire guys is what we're doing. Ooh, what is happening? Big heal, please. Oh, no? No? Zero heal. Okay, great. Okay, great. Well, Lemon, you get the hat. I guess that didn't cause a bleed, but you are already bleeding, so it still applies. You're giving you the hat. Is that on? Not quite. There we go. It's a little too small. Can I make it bigger? I guess I can. There we go. I'm having fun with OBS these days. I don't know if you can tell. Though make sure you also have the no spoiler tag. People can have a hard time with that. Okay, noted. It feels a little weird to have no spoilers and backseating allowed, but I guess they do have different implications, right? Like, you can tell me how to play the game mechanically, like how to interact with the game mechanics, but don't tell me the story, I guess, is the implication there. So yeah, I guess that makes sense if you put it that way. Oh, in general, you mean, not just for Fire. That's very true. Yeah. I'm not usually a person who cares too much about spoilers. Like, I've never been that person to be like, oh god, I didn't want to know that until an hour from now. I don't know. Like, I know a lot of people that are more easily bothered by that. If anything, my biggest problem is just I accidentally spoil myself and stuff, because I will get into something and then like really look into it, and then I accidentally uncover a detail I wasn't meant to know yet. So, I mean, if I get spoiled a little, it's no big deal. I kind of know a little bit about... Oh, ooh. Okay, I gotta stop yapping and save you from dying. Okay, you healed for 5. Okay, great. What was I gonna say? I've already been spoiled a little bit about Three Houses, just in the way that, like, I know that, like, you know, you split into different routes. I know the names of some of the characters, and I know kind of the general idea behind why some of them are exclusive to certain routes, because they all, you know, I don't want to say turn on each other, but, like, you know, grow to oppose each other later on. I don't really know the details behind that. So, like... So I'm not completely unspoiled, just because I know that stuff. But, like... I don't know. I guess I don't know enough unknowns about the plot of the game to know how spoiled or unspoiled I am, you know? So I'll let someone else be the judge of that. Getting spoiled has made finishing games I really like harder before. Oh, I can see that. Oh, being on death's door and also bleed is not great. Lemon, you are now selfish. It was very selfish of you to sell that game. Yes, I'm on sabbatical, even so I do not work for free. So that's not good. We better kill this guy immediately. Unfortunately, the Jester can't do fucking shit. But I can sing you a nice tune. We'll see if that helps. Ooh, if the bleed gets you before... Ooh. Okay, so you resisted dying because of bleed. But you passed your turn, which is not a great thing. Okay, we're gonna heal you. Holy shit, we're gonna heal you. Ooh boy. You don't pay me shit, double my wages. It's very, you're ugly, I hate you, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200. It's very that. Okay, ooh boy. Well, we got you off death's door at least. But you kind of snapped when it happened. So, in theory, now I do have 2 stress healers. In theory, you can cure afflictions by getting down to 0 stress. That is possible. Is it likely? No. Has it happened before? Yes, I have pulled it off before. But don't count on it. I guess this guy isn't a huge threat. Well, I'd say that. I don't remember what he does when he big. But we can sit around and heal for at least a little while. Choice cut. That's it. Huh. Okay. You should be in the front. Why are you there? Okay. Let's spam some stress healing and just see what we can do here. And maybe some regular here and alright. Choice cut. What does that do? Does it bleed? Ah, it bleeds. Okay. That's not too bad though. Worst case scenario, oh, so like that caused bleeds. I was gonna say, if we stack so many bleeds, we have bandages. That's what they're for. That's what we have them for. I feel like I was saying something and I got super distracted by the fact that I almost let you die. I'm very excited to play Three Houses. I've been thinking about it for a good couple weeks now. But so like, I guess to circle back to what I was saying about like Will being very dedicated and not playing the game, it is gonna be hard for me to not play Three Houses on stream. I know that I'm gonna want to play it. So I'm gonna have to establish a good schedule. Now one thing that is true is that my school schedule will conclude after this next week. So I probably can start streaming some other days that I normally haven't been. So like, neither Will or I have been consistently streaming on Mondays or Fridays. So I might make those days Three Houses days, something like that. I don't know. I have yet to really decide how I want to schedule things, just because we're in uncharted territory here. How about you guys? Do you guys watch streams on like Mondays or Fridays? Is that like good days? What do you guys think? Any thoughts? I don't know. 0 times 2 is indeed still 0. Do I want these? I don't care about those. Oh, a trick that I do remember, or not a trick, a pitfall. So these like treasure chests, in the courtyard, these always have the good trinkets. So you don't want to use the key, because the key will actually replace them with other treasures. So you always want to open them as they are, because they have the good trinkets. Ooh, well, these are not Crimson Choice, or Crimson Court trinkets though. But better bleed chance. What do we have on the tingle so far? Bleed and better dodge. It's 50% bleed. Ooh. Well, we'll just switch those out maybe. That's better. More specific. I do kind of still want that though. For you, it depends on what time. What time would it be? So I mean, probably like, I don't know, evenings. Like Since, you know, me and Will and them, we all stream kind of with each other and alternatingly, I like to do things at like starting at 7:30 p.m. just because that's kind of the precedent that Will set. So just for the sake of consistency, I say as someone who moved their stream times this weekend, but still. So yeah, maybe like I'll start doing some streams around then. Especially Fridays would be better than Mondays for me because I have a roommate who has to go to bed earlier than me for work-related reasons. So like Friday evenings are good for me, for sure. But I know other people have shit to do on Fridays, so, you know, I get it. Are adventures paid? That's a good question. So they're definitely housed. Then you can watch, okay, cool. You work regular weekdays, but evenings are fine. Okay, that was kind of the vibe that I got, but I'm glad I asked. Are adventures paid though? That is a great question. They're definitely housed, and I think that they, you know, they're cared for, they're supplied, because it's us, the heir, that's paying for like their supplies and their skills and their like stress relief and stuff like that, and their food. So, are they paid a wage on top of that? I don't know. Not sure. Right. They're paid in exposure. No, I'm kidding. Right. Yeah. So, like, kind of, I guess, is the answer to that. They're paid in, like, a very, like, grad student kind of way. Well, I say that. Grad students make a stipend. Not a very big one. Support your local grad students. Right, Lemon, we pay you in gacha money. Absolutely correct. That's what we do for you. Let's see. I'm trying to just go down all the branches. I wonder where that key is. I need to find a key to open that red lock, and I do not remember where that would be. Okay, nothing in there. What else is... okay. This is a stress relief thing, I believe. We'll definitely leave when we, like, run out of supplies. But we have lots of food, so... Or if, like, you know, we start getting to the point where people start getting too close to death consistently. But we're managing that okay.
Mind that such missteps are
I say, as, you know, this guy is almost dying. Let's pump him with some food. I don't know if I ever really demonstrated this, but you can feed someone up to four food for, like, a little external healing outside of battle only. But they're too full to eat more after 4. So, you know, it's kind of a nice thing to do. So let's do a little healing while we're at it. That'll open up an inventory slot too. For more treasure, I mean supplies. Oh, back to recruiting though. Some students from different houses do interact with each others. Okay. Like I do know that, like, that's generally a thing, like support and such. So recruiting those makes seeing supports easier. Okay, cool. So this is what I will probably count on you and whoever else that wants to backseat for, is to let me know who you want to see me recruit for, like, supporting reasons, or like another thing of like, oh, so like here's a good example. I like to have a healer in my party. I like to have at least one good consistent healer, maybe 2. So like if you know of, I mean, probably it's set up so that there's like a default healer in each class, is my guess, because as like an anti-frustration measure. But like if you're like, hey, this is a good person to support the type of party setup you're doing, you know, try to recruit that guy, then, you know, that's what I definitely want to hear. That would be a welcome contribution, for sure. I guess if there are supports you're curious about. Okay.
Often low on supplies.
Ooh, more healing. Oh, still full. Just kidding. 3 busts. 3 good old ding dong busts. I want that. I do want them, but I don't have anything I really want to give up for it. Maybe I'll give up gold. Our pockets are awful full of treasure. So maybe we'll go back for too long just to, you know, hoard all our treasure. Oh, so where it said passive just there, I think that just means that the bloodlust buff went away. Okay, let's kill these fuckers. Actually, what's your stress at now? We're getting awful close to 0. So let's focus you down to 0, and then we will, do some things. Because that'll get rid of the selfish affliction, which would be nice. Okay. Stab that guy. You never really played optimally, so I might not contribute to party formation that much. That's fine. I mean, especially the first few times I play through, like, you know, I keep it casual. I'm not here to, like, fully min-max everything. I don't have the patience for that. If I'm playing on, like, some super hard difficulty, which I don't know what the difficulty options are, then I would be more concerned about that. But at least the first few times I play through, that's not a thing I'm super worried about.
The ground
Just you can check in-game the support list, which is something useful. Oh, yeah. That, like, Fire Emblem 7 doesn't have. Fire Emblem 7 kind of has that. Like, once you unlock all the characters that are possible, you can have Mills later tell you, like, these two people are supportable. It doesn't really give you more detail than that, though. So it's like a very pared down version. What is that? What? Whoa, I've never seen that move before. Shivering Entourage. Okay, so you have to kill him now. He's guarding everybody. That's wild. He's bleeding though. Okay. Well, right, it is still kind of vague. What's your stress at? 13. We're gonna get you down to 0. We're gonna do it. That stun's a bit annoying though, huh? Gather the blood. Don't do that. No, don't gather the blood. You're so sexy, haha. Ooh, that guy might die. Which I do. Oh, okay. That's why I hate those guys, because the stunning. Okay, cool. Well, we gotta heal. We gotta do a big heal. Oh, I just realized that, whoops. You guys should have told me I still had that there. My bad. I didn't mean to put you in, 0 heal, bleed, detention forever. You served your time. Plus, for a while, it was over the wrong guy's head because I was not paying attention. Oops. Oh, it's finally happened. The whole party's a vampire, lemon and all. Well, we've done it. We've done it. Vampire time it is. Well, I was gonna say, like, it was bound to happen eventually, but that's not really true. But, like, I mean, the possibility was there. On the right side, we have now gotten rid of Selfish. At least you can look suave with red wine I won't drink now. Well, there you go. Oh, we got a blood. Okay. Oh, I don't have room for the blood, so we're just gonna buff somebody. So, just for the sake of showing you, and because I don't have inventory room for this blood, here's what it does. It gives you... Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of the other stuff. Whoops. I have to be more careful with pushing buttons. What's the buff? It gave you... More dodge and more speed. Okay. Oh, so in general, the Crimson Curse at its default status gives you just like a minor debuff in most things, but added speed. Should we head back? Probably. I was gonna wait until we ran out of food, but our pockets are getting kind of full. We still have some supplies, so I'll head back probably before too long. Oh, we found a loop. Is that what happened? Ah, we found a loop. Okay, interesting. Ooh, stress relief. Yes, will do. It's nice when you can heal stress and diseases and things like that in the dungeons, because then you don't have to pay for it when you get back to the hamlet. In the very hardest difficulty of the game, money is very tight, to say the least. Oh wow, I'm gonna go ahead and complete the loop just to have it fully explored. Ooh, dang it! I want to hang out with that guy. Well, okay. Shit, what was I saying? God damn it. So easily distracted, this one. Wow, I completely forgot what I was saying. Must be Saturday. Okay. Well, let's explore that little... Finish the loop. Yes. Before finish the loop. Oh, I remember. So I was talking about the hardest difficulty. The hardest difficulty of this game is very hard. You are very tight on money, and you have to finish the game in a certain number of weeks, and without losing more than a certain threshold of adventures, without killing too many people, or else you just auto lose. It's very hard to have enough money to do everything you want in that game, so you really want to rely on like stress heal and disease healing and stuff like that in dungeons. It's crazy hard. Crazy hard. I believe, so it has two names. It's called Stygian originally, and the version of it with Crimson Court is Blood Moon, which is technically a different version because, it takes a certain extra number of weeks to finish the Crimson Court stuff. So the Blood Moon requirements are less stringent. You can kill a few more adventures and you have a few more weeks before you auto lose. But that's just because you have more quests to do, so. Okay, so we still can't go through this way. That room is still locked, so let's explore a little ways down this direction. And then once we get too low on supplies or too high stress or whatever, ooh, that guy's big, then we'll head back. It's really nice when you can encounter, I forget what they're called. There's like little wooden crates. I think they're wine crates. If you smash them, they become fire retardant. That was a thing that someone gave me a tip of ahead of time, which I am glad to cheat in that way because it's just too useful to not do. Sometimes it feels like cheating, but sometimes it feels like you're just using every advantage available to you. So I do not mind having that knowledge. Our health is getting a little low. Can you auto lose in the difficulty you're on now? No, it's only the hardest difficulty that can cause you to auto lose. I could totally lose all of my current party members, kill every last one of them, and then still not auto lose because I just get more from the stagecoach. So that's only the hardest difficulty. But it is very hard. I have never gotten all that far with it. It's easy to to notice things going downhill for you in a hurry. One thing that is kind of nice is since this party here is full of vampires, this will basically be our party to make further trips into the Crimson Court, because we don't have to worry about that way other people getting it very much. That worry isn't there, because we already have the Crimson Curse. What else do you have to worry about? Okay, I don't really care about that treasure. Where am I? Down this. Ooh, I missed a path over here. That's okay. There's no chance you get stuck with orange quests. I think you could. I think once you get far enough in the game, it's possible that like for a certain week, there just doesn't happen to be any green quests that spawn that week. But we have enough high-level people, and that's not a big deal. Well, that was not good. I guess we can heal that. So I guess things could get difficult enough that like you could in theory get stuck in a sense. But that would probably not happen. You'd run into like bad enough issues that you'd want to restart your save file before then. But like you'd have to really screw up for that to happen. Ooh, I don't like this fight. Okay, well, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spread the bleed. We're gonna kill those back to. Oh, I mean, while rebuilding a team with new guys. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that possibility just because I've never gotten that close. You know, like, death happens in this game. Losing adventures happens. It's not that common, especially since I'm playing on the easiest difficulty, which is really just mostly easy in that you gain experience a little faster, and higher level people are less likely. There's a lower threshold for them to be like, that's too easy for me. That happens a little less. Though I guess if you lose everyone on everyone on a run, a week still goes by. Yes, that happens. If you get total party killed, you just lose that week, basically. Well, and those people. Sometimes a week doesn't go by if you retreat. I'm not really sure. It seems like if you retreat from an adventure, ooh, things are getting a little rough over here. I think if you retreat from a quest before camping, before you've really done anything, then a week does not go by. But if you have camped at least once, or like fought a certain number of fights, it counts as a week going by. I'm not quite sure. Okay, who do we need to heal? We had better heal tonight. Oh, so green quests eventually come around. Yeah, so they would trigger eventually. Correct. Oh, we're doing some things here. Okay, whatever. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's do a big heal. Okay. Let's try to whittle down this guy. It is kind of convenient that if something dies to bleed or blight, they don't leave a corpse. That is an exploitable thing. Or a crit. That is something that you can exploit. That's why I like things like, if I have like a leper or a crusader, something that can really only attack the front ranks that well, it's nice to bring like a plague doctor so that you don't have a bunch of corpse stacking. Or there's this Demon's Pull ability that gets rid of corpses. Also nice. Ooh, we better keep it. Hold on. Okay. Well, for 2. But, you know, it still counts. Despite the fact that we've been on this adventure for quite some time, like, it's impressive how well we're doing. We've only had a couple people hang out on Death's Door. By that I mean Lemon twice. And we kept stress levels down because we have 2 stress healers. So we're doing surprisingly well. Okay. Stress heal, why not? Also, now that literally our entire party has the Crimson Curse, there's not too much to worry about, considering, like, when we're fighting these enemies, because, like, what else are they gonna do? We don't have to worry about that happening. It already happened. So they just do damage, you know? Just regular monsters. Not that scary. The scary part already happened. We are already undead, or vampires, or mosquito people, whatever. That very common thing. I'm already becoming a mosquito person. What's there to be concerned about? Oh, God. Okay. Let's see here. Since we are heading back before too long, we'll kind of keep stress levels low so I don't immediately have to chuck people into the stress healing buildings. Save some money that way. Don't care too much about this treasure.
So too will resistance.
Ooh, that's a long trip. Okay, let's see. What direction would I go? I have a feeling that this way is the direction that tells me where the key is. Okay. Oh, we got someone wasting, so that's what it looks like. So while someone is wasting, they get a big debuff. And if they walk around while wasting, eventually they will just die. So usually not too long before, or not too long after wasting happens, I like to just go ahead and be like, okay, fine, take the blood. Okay, don't die. Take it. Also, if they go from wasting to, and you give them the blood, they don't go through bloodlust. They don't get that buff. But if you give them blood to fix it while it's still craving, they do go into bloodlust mode for a little while. So, a minor difference. There's so many just random little details to learn in this DLC. It's quite complicated. Okay, we got a trap. Oh, I see it. It's bubbling in the ground. Okay, who can disarm a trap here? Lemon, maybe? Oh, Dog Guy. Dog Guy has a 100% chance. Okay. Yeah, traps, you probably noticed, but are different in all regions. And here the traps just spawn enemies, which is annoying. Ooh, hunger check. Hasn't happened for a while. Is that just a dead end? That's boring. Okay. I don't care about these flowers. Nothing good has happened when I interacted with the flowers. Okay, I would actually rather face these guys than the Chevaliers, because the stunning is obnoxious. These guys can get bad, but you can usually kill them fast. Okay, let's see. Esquires are a little annoying because they have a riposte ability. But again, you can usually kill them before that becomes too big of an issue. What does that do? Oh, a buff. Ooh, I don't like that. What does that buff do? Oh, more damage, more speed. Ooh, don't like that. Oh, but less accurate? Oh, maybe I did that. Huh. We're just gonna kill that guy fast. We're just gonna do it. That's what we're gonna do. Gather the blood. Let's see. I kind of hope that we get to see like her transform because she gets real spooky. Stress heal? Stress heal. These guys are not a big threat. That's, I think, the biggest complaint most people have about the Crimson Court, which I tend to agree with, is that it's not that difficult. The bosses are hard. I'll have to look up kind of the Baron's deal, who is the boss eventually at the end of all this. The bosses are kind of hard, but the quests are really just long. It's just tedious. Just a lot to explore. And again, thematically, I think that, you know, the game keeps things pretty interesting. But it is, you know, very long. It's a little too much content. You know, that's an argument people make all the time that I think everyone has a different opinion on, is like, what is the optimal length for games to be? Which obviously is going to vary from game to game, from genre to genre, especially. But I think we're seeing a trend. For a while, we were definitely seeing a trend where games just got longer and longer and longer. People demanded hours and hours of content. Like, I think that kind of peaked with the, oops, wrong way. That kind of peaked with that kind of moment where everyone was making the most open world games as possible. And I think that now people are dialing back and being like, well, actually, I like to have some shorter games instead. I like to know that I can play through a game and have a satisfying ending that will get to, oh, I have found a way to bypass the locked room entirely. Interesting. Don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, I don't know, like, I think that there is something to be said to have a game that, you know, like, isn't too long. You can play it and get to an ending, and it'll only take you a little while, and you'll enjoy it. You'll have a good time for those 10 to 20 hours that you play the game. Oops, we got some wasting fellas. Guess we'll fix that. Like, I don't know, I think that there's here's my personal take on like optimal game length or whatever. I'm just going down this hallway to make sure everything's explored. I'll go right back. I think there's room for all kinds of games, you know? I definitely think that it is a thing for certain games to have a flaw where they could have had more content and they, you know, didn't go as far as they could have with a really interesting concept. And then the opposite problem with that is that I think that there are some games that could have ended way before they usually do. But that said, I think there's plenty of room for games that are meant to take up a lot of time and you can sink a lot of time into them. Like your Breath of the Wilds, because it's like so open world, or your roguelikes that you can replay over and over, your Slay the Spires. And then I also think that there's plenty of room for, okay, 0 heal but no bleed. But then I think there's also plenty of room for your games that you know is just like a cute little story game that will take, you know, 8 hours to beat, and that's the game. That's a complete story. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Bastion is probably a good example of that. It's not meant to take that long. It's just, you know, you play through the game, you do the story, and you're done, and that's the game. Wander Song is another wonderful, wonderful game like that that I will probably play on stream eventually. You know, it is what it is. I don't mind paying for some shorter games. Now, that said, like, will I look up before I buy a game how many hours of content I can expect to get out of it before I buy it, just to see if the price makes sense? Absolutely, sure. So, like, I will definitely, like, if I know, like, a Nintendo game, because, you know, the non-indie games are the one that costs $60 on the Switch, right? If I know that there's a game that's pretty good and it costs $60, but it'll only squeeze, you know, I'll only have fun playing it for 15 hours, like, that's kind of expensive. That's my personal thought on the matter. Will I still buy it? Maybe. Depends on the game. So, like, I was really, really attached to, and still am, the game Link's Awakening, the original, the 93 game. You know, that was my first Zelda game. And so when the remake came out, I still bought it, even though I knew it was kind of pricey, just because, I mean, I love it. I love it very, very much. Does it have that much replay value? Not really. But I'm still happy I bought it. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. Wonder if you guys have any thoughts on the matter. How long do you like your games? I guess there's a good question. Ooh, we got a wasting. Got a wasting boy. Feels as though sand pushes through your veins. That's not great. Understandably, saying that made everyone very stressed out.
The bigger the beast.
Oh boy, spooky maggot time. It is annoying that gestures can never hit rank 1. I guess we'll do some scrolls. Whenever I bring a gesture, I like to make sure I have someone that can hit rank 1 and 4. The gesture cannot do anything. Torch? Okay, sure. We probably don't need more torches, so, because we're wrapping up here. This quest, at least. We will only explore a little while longer. I'm curious what else I missed. I kind of went around this locked room and I never hit the key, which is strange. Didn't really expect that to happen. Depends on the game. Okay, so Sam, I agree with that. Big JRPG that I can sink hours into, at least 20 hours. Okay, I agree with that. At most, maybe 60? Okay, it's interesting that you have like a maximum there too. Small side scroller where gameplay is the main focus. 10 max, 5 minimum. Oh, like Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that too. Yeah, like a game like that, you don't want to go over long because then it just drags. I could see that. But yeah, if you have only a couple hours of entertainment, well, I guess it depends on how expensive the game is too. If a game is like $1 and I can play it for 5 hours and then it be done and it be a good game, like that's a quality $1 spent. You know what I mean? So pricing, you know, is a factor. Interesting. I'm glad to hear your thought on like JRPGs too, because those can really run the gamut, right? Like there are some short ones and there are some long boys. Like the Tales games go so long, so long, which is not a bad thing. I mean, they're good. They're you know, a popular series for a reason. But man, are the Tales games long. I prefer games with good plot and characters, which are usually longer games. Yeah, I like that too. Replay value is also kind of a thing, but really, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me whether or not something is part of the main story. I mostly just look at how many hours total I expect to spend. Although sometimes the amount of hours I expect to spend is not what I originally thought. Like, when I first bought Slay the Spire, I didn't really think, oh, I'm gonna be playing this game for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for the next several years. I did not think when I spent, you know, however much money I spent on Slay the Spire, I forget what it cost when I bought it. I did not think that I was going to be buying a game I was going to sink 300 hours into. But here we are, you know? But you know, that's just more value. On the other hand, I'm not too keen on purchasing small games or games I know I'll get bored of eventually. That's also kind of understandable. Like, I don't like spending money on games that I know are just gonna clog up my Switch screen and sit there for a while, and I just don't care about them very fast. A few of those things have happened. When it became famous? No, not really. Hey, thanks, Will. Oh, that's the whole reason about Donut County. Donut County's such a good game. That's what, maybe 5 hours of gameplay. Yeah, I really liked Donut County. And a lovely, silly game. But yeah, there are definitely some really good, really short games that I recommend. What are some good games? Okay, 2 games that I played relatively recently, in the last year or 2. Tangle Tower. Tangle Tower is an incredible game. It doesn't really have replay value. It's because it's a mystery game. You're solving a mystery. Fully voice acted, wonderful characters, lovely game. Probably about a 5 or 6 hour game. I don't remember how expensive it is, but it's just such a wonderful, polished game with a great story and wonderful characters. You know, I have nothing but my highest recommendations for a game like Tangle Tower. Similarly, Edith Finch. That was the next one I was going to say. Edith Finch doesn't have a lot of replay value. It's an exploratory, story-based game. Probably maybe 6 hours of content. Absolutely worth it. Granted, these are also the sort of games that you could probably watch someone else play them and never feel like you needed to play them. Because again, there's no replay value, really. So, I mean, if you want to take that route, that's definitely an option. Unfortunately, Edith Finch and Tangle Tower I have already played and gotten my fill of, so I can't stream them because I can't give you an unfiltered reaction because I already know the plot. But I highly, highly recommend to anyone watching who is not familiar with What Remains of Edith Finch or Tangle Tower. There are 2 wonderful games on the Switch that are very short and story-driven. You should definitely either buy them and play them for yourself, or watch someone else play them who those people are playing for the first time. They're experiencing it for the first time. Highly recommend those 2 games. Let me catch up a little bit. Also, oh, see, that's where cost comes in. I will get a small game if it's very cheap and I hear great things about. Yes, same. Also, yes, Donut County is great. Agreed. Also, a lot of shorter games are digital only. True. Like, there are a lot of indie games I find interesting in the eShop. That's something that I know Will, for instance, loves doing, is getting on the eShop and just, like, crit for 2. Lovely heal. Crit for 2 plus bleed. Oh, man. Something that Will really likes doing is going on the eShop and seeing what kind of fantastic garbage you can find on there. Edith Finch, Chris, Cat Quest 1 and 2. Those are games you love. Katamari, yes, of course. Again, price, genre, memory, memory is a factor too. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, what are we doing here? Ooh, gotta kill that guy. Actually, Cat Quest is a little long, so scratch that. I still recommend them, but they're not that short. So that's maybe an example of a game that plenty of content, very good, but drags on a bit. Which again, doesn't make it an irredeemable game or anything, I'm sure, but might make you not want to replay it as bad. That guy got big and healed fully, and I don't care for that. What can we do? Okay. Glad I dodged that. Yeah, we should definitely leave after this fight. This is getting a little too dangerous for us. We need some more supplies. Okay. What do? I guess we have to kill that guy. He's guarding the other. Oh, thank God. They really have it out for Tangle. Okay, heal Tangle. There we go. Oh, they're not super long, maybe 10 hours each at most, and that's including side content, but they also have New Game Plus, so there's much replay value. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I obviously don't know as much about those games than you guys do, because you played it, not me. But, yes, glad you know, glad you hear. I guess the guard wore off. Okay. Yes, please, let's heal. Let's please heal. There we go. Nice. Okay, we're gonna beat this guy and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Stress relief, sure. Ultimately, Lemon, I think you're leaving with about as much stress as you had when you came in. Granted, when you came in, you weren't a vampire, so there's that. You know, give and take. Okay, we got some more blood, which is great. Torch, don't care about that. It's interesting how many enemies drop torches here. Okay, so what else do I have to get rid of? That's 1,000 gold, so I don't really want to get rid of that. I guess if I'm leaving, I don't need these bandages anymore. So, screw those. And then let's see what's in this chest. Ah, the key.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the
I don't know if we
foolhardy
leave and
alike.
come back if we get rid of the key. Why is the key on the other side of the lock? That's stupid. So, okay, so maybe, let me change my mind. Just a little. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna head back to the key and unlock it, just because I don't know what remains if we don't do that. You know what I mean? So, we'll head back to the key and unlock it, so we don't have to worry about whether we maintain the item in our inventory or whatever, because I don't know. I don't want to screw that up. Yeah, just in case. But yeah, other than that, we're outie. We're gonna have another couple of fights. Depends on what's in that hallway. But I'm still gonna take that hallway because it's the shortest route. I'm not gonna go all the way back around. Also, just in case we don't restart in the same location where we left, because I don't know. I don't remember. This gives us a shortcut. Plus, I missed a little bit of exploration back here. Like this direction. So we can explore that later. Man, these maps are big. Okay. Probably a fight right here is my guess. Ooh, there's a guy. Man, this guy just loves stealing from the homeless. Just his favorite thing. Super cool and normal. Okay. Man, we're so close. I might explore this hallway too, just to make sure everything is like explored. Oh, there's stuff that direction too. Okay, well, that'll be a future me problem. A thronging hive. Oh, I don't have torches anymore. Okay, fine. What's in there? Ooh, treasure. Money. Needs. Maybe I don't need food anymore. Hunger checks seem very rare, so let's just have a little snack. Everyone have a snack. Ooh, I want a snack. I think after we leave here, I will take a very short break and have a snack of my own. Of course, now I have a hunger check. Oh god, well, okay, so this is what happens if you don't have food. Everyone takes damage and stress damage. Man, what timing. What's in the actual room? Nothing? Nothing. Interesting. The software was closed because an error occurred. Bruh. Bruh, what was the error? Please tell me it saved progress. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be so mad. The world will burn. The whole world will burn. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, we're gonna check. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. It does say courtyard. I wonder what happened. Okay, I was gonna say, it's a roguelike. Most roguelikes have anti-cheating measures so that if you, like, rage quit, it brings you back to where you were. So I'd be surprised if we lost that much progress. Oh my god, look at how big the map is. Wow, we've been here forever. Okay, it put us back a tiny bit. Let me zoom in. So it put us back to right before we unlock that room. Oh, thank god. I was gonna be so... Oh no, it actually did unlock the room. Oh, put us back before the hunger check. Why are we getting a hunger check right before... right after we all stuff our face? I agree, that makes no sense. Okay, just... Wait, what? Oh, okay. It was right before we unlocked the gate. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get that curio and then we're gonna get out of here for so many reasons. Okay, stress relief. I don't have torches. Well, valuables. Food, now that I don't need it. Okay, great. Deeds, sure, love it. Shovel, why not? Okay, I'm just gonna explore this hallway. We're out of here. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Do not ruminate on this fleeting failure. The campaign is long, and
We still got plenty of treasure.
will come.
Especially heirlooms. Hoo boy, 60 crests? That's absolutely insane. Okay, well, whatever. So, we walked out with a whole bunch of vampires, but other than that, lots of trinkets.
Yours for the taking.
Ooh, what was that? Upgrade to someone's weapon? Let me do that real fast. I want to make sure I use that. Anyone level up? Who wants a weapon? Who wants a new weapon? Oh, I have to upgrade that, don't I? Ooh, we'll have to do that soon. Okay, who could stand a weapon upgrade? The people down here, looks like. Sure, there we go. Why not? Okay, I just want to do that before I forgot. The heroes suffer the weight of defeat. Yeah, normally if you retreat, which I think it might still apply here, everyone takes like a little stress damage, like 20 stress. It's just, that's how it is. Besides vampirism, did I get new quirks? I don't think you did. I think it was only the other ones. You look about the same. Everything else looks the same. But, I mean, you did walk out with a little more stress, understandably. So maybe it's gotcha time. Maybe it is. Put her there. Also, before I forget, here is Ide, which we will immediately rename to something else. Sure, level 3, love that. Does he come with trinkets or something? No, but level 3, that's pretty good. Okay, let's recruit him. And what do we name him? That's Orange,
One
right?
must know it.
Oran E. What are all of the hold on, let me do a little regroup. I just want to make sure they're all wearing different outfits. So you're wearing outfit 4, Orange is 1, Lime is 2. Okay, so they're all different. Cool. Big Bro Orange or Dad Citrus? Big Bro. I was gonna say, that's for you to decide. You're the one deciding. You are the writer of the lore. Okay. So, let me throw some people in some stress relief. Because, oh boy, did we have a weird time. Actually, I'm not too worried. Well, actually, yes, I am. One thing annoying about the Flagellant is, despite, well, because of his name, yes, he does have to go in the Flagellation Hall. That's the only way you can cure stress. The outfit is kind of orange. I also noticed that. Tingle can go to the bar. Also, this is not a thing to worry about yet, but later in the game, if I start filling my building full of Crimson Court people, they can spread it to other people in the building. Gaveston has to do something? Has to pray. Okay, actually, let me, what's the button for upgrades? Ah, it's ZL. Okay. Yeah, let's spend some, buy some of these. Sure, make it cheaper.
A little hope, however desperate, is never without worth.
You want to throw Shooty in, maybe? 40 stress, that's not terrible. Whatever, that's fine. Okay, well, we got everyone who went into the vampire party, which besides, as I mentioned, you need an invitation to go into the courtyard. So if I try to put someone in, it'll be like, oh, nope, you can't go. You won't let me. You do not possess any invitations. You are barred from entry. Not that I wanted to go and put Shooty alone in the party. Anyway, so it's okay that we put all of our Crimson Court Explorer folks in anyway, because, you know, we're not going to use them to go back in right now anyway. We'll have to do that later. Okay, so there's a couple of small things we took care of. I am going to... I think maybe we'll do another quest here in like a little bit. Again, we won't go back into the courtyard, but we'll, you know, do like a normal thing. Maybe we'll, we still have some bosses we haven't seen yet in the Warrens and the Weald, so maybe we'll go there. But yeah, I'm going to go get a drink refill, maybe have a little snack, take like a 5-minute break. So that is my plan. I will see you guys back in, I don't know, 5 minutes or whatever. Alrighty, and we are back. Away we go. I am back. I have refilled my gamer juice. I have additionally made a cup of tea that I will enjoy. And most importantly, I made a little snack, which is a thing that everybody should do. I think that one of the simplest pleasures of being a person is when you get to have the little snack. What are you guys' favorite snacks? Are you guys eating a snack? Talk to me about a snack. Snacks are great. Everyone should eat snacks. Snacks. Okay. So I think I want to go on like just like a little exploration here. Maybe do a little traipsing into the Warrens or someplace we haven't been as much as the others. I know we still have a fight or two we could do here. There are a couple of bosses we have not yet seen. So yeah, Warrens are wheeled. Those are my votes. But we have to bring some lower level folks too. So who's let me reorganize by lower level. It might not be a bad idea to throw a couple other people on from our stagecoach, because we have room for it. You're not much of a snack person? Interesting. I wasn't aware that that was a thing. Well, I guess I say that. I snack a lot more than I used to. I have more recently come to rely more on the simple pleasures of snack. So I won't begrudge you too much. Yes, Kaylee, you should have a snack. Snack's so good. Maybe I'll throw on some other folks here. I do enjoy some cheese or leftover ham slices and others in the evening. That's a snack. That counts. That's valid. Who do we want to throw on? Maybe I should have ordered by party type instead. Class, yes. Because, for instance, if we have a high level dog guy, which I know we do somewhere, level 4, I don't mind having a lower level dog guy. Same with Tingle. Same with, what level is Nick? What level is our current Hellion? 4? Yeah, so we could put a level 2 person on. Oh yeah, just not during the day much. That's fair. I started trying to snack a little bit more during the afternoon, just because that way, like, if left my own devices, I will, like, accidentally forget to eat until, like, dinner time, and then I will just be ravenous all night and just, like, constantly eat, and that is usually better off avoided. So let's see. We will get some new people. By the way, if there is anybody who is in chat that would like to be named after a person and does not currently have an adventure named after them, I would be happy to rename somebody. We have a couple of options, including some people that are already in here. Like we got a leper, unaccounted for. We got a healer. I'm not attached to the name Backup Junior, obviously. We got a grave robber. Some of these folks here. A jester, a guy with a dog, and very sharp spear person. I think most people that are here already are in that situation, but you know, thought I'd remind you that the offer stands. So let's see. I'm definitely going to recruit a Hellion of lower level.
Rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
We might also want a lower level healer, which we don't really have. I guess we have orange and lime, which are the same level. I just noticed. Interesting. And Junia as well. Okay, so we're okay. Anyway, some thoughts. While I'm here, let me check my situation with what's it called? With upgrading stuff. With putting my what am I trying to say? Wow, I'm having a hard time with the words. putting my heirlooms to use. So we still have quite a bit of portraits to go to upgrade here. I have some deeds though. Can I do this? Ooh, I only need 10 more deeds to upgrade one of those, and I have tons of crests. So maybe let's do a little swapperoonie here. Yeah, let's get some deeds. Let's get some deeds. How many deeds do we need now? We need 32. So that's 8 more, if I mathed correctly. I believe I did do correct. I did do a good math. Let's do one of those. Weapon, armor, weapon, armor. Let's go armor.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
So we can upgrade the armor of a few people. Who has, oh, why is Shooty's more expensive? Oh, because she's level 4. That's why. Are you guys armor tinker? Is that why? It's weirdly more expensive for some people, and I'm not really sure why. Let me look for anyone who says armor tinker, because it's cheaper for them. Armor tinker. Nope. Okay. Oh well. So, I mean, I'm not worried about it now because we're gonna go on a lower level mission, but we'll upgrade some armor for some folks later. Okay. Let's put a team together. Let's go to the Warrens, maybe? The Weald, maybe? I'm down with either. Ooh. Musketeer. Hat. Hat for Shooty. More accurate, more critless, a little less dodge. But just a little less dodge. Hat for... You guys want to get a stupid hat for Shooty? Sounds kind of fun. It sounds kind of dope. Let's get Shooty a stupid hat. Let's do it. Okay. Who gets to go to Stupid Hat World with Shooty? So no one level 6, I don't believe. Oh, you can bring level 6 people. Okay, anybody can go on this mission. So let's see. We better send Shooty herself. Shooty's got to work for her hat. It's only fair. Who wants to go in the Wields? Backup Junior could go. Orange or Lime could go. Let's see. Horns Explorer. Eldritch Slayer. Ooh, okay. That's kind of nice. There's a decent amount of Eldritch in the woods. Do I have more occultist junk? Yes, I do have an Eldritch killing incense. Okay, so our good friend Lime is gonna go. Lime is your younger brother? Cousin? Did we establish that? I don't remember. I do not recall. What does that do? Better debuff chance. Better move chance. That's not that great. Oh, he's baby. Okay. Okay. I understand. Speedstone. Why not? Okay. Lime is baby. Okay, who else wants to go? We probably don't need to bring... maybe Dismas or Riley will get him up to level 6 so that we can have some Darkest Dungeon exploring. By the way, I should mention, I'm probably not going to stream this for super much more longer today because me and the esteemed Will Corso are going to be streaming The World Ends With You tonight, starting at 7:30. So, I probably will only do like this one last mission, depending on how long it is. Oh, this is a medium mission. Yeah, and then we'll call it quitsies and then reconvene at 7:30 to watch some good old Twooey. Okay, so let's see. One of these maybe? Wield. Who wants to go in the Wield? Neither in particular. Okay, so cool. Let's do Dismas and let's put Will out there. Will's a Wield scrounger. Will can have a Wield time. Okay, what does this do for me? Stun, better stuns, debuff, death blow. Okay, I think this is a good party comp. I think that'll do it. Okay. Let's all escort Shooty to her hat. That's the play. That's what we're doing here. You'd help us figure out dinner plans. Oh, I thought we were just going to like fucking, I don't know, order something. I guess I do have frozen bay scallops, although I'd probably have to defrost them, and that shrimp stock that I made, and so I could go make risotto over there. That's a lot of like random ingredients to transport, but I got a cooler. Hold on, I want to do I have any plus damage trinkets? Probably not. Oh, plus 10 melee skills. That's a little too specific. I know a lot of people either make highwaymen like super melee heavy or super range heavy, but I like a mix. We can just order something. Okay, that's fine too. As I say, I don't mind cooking, but if you want to just order something, that's fine by me. Hey, when was the last time you had Chipotle? I mean, I know the answer is probably today, knowing you guys. I just came to the realization today that I had not had it in some time. Ooh, sniper ring. More accurate if in position 4. More crit in position 4. Yes. Shooty should be in position 4. That's where Shooty lives. Okay. I'm just gonna give this to Dismas. You haven't had Chipotle in a while? Ooh, you wanna do Chipotle? Do you wanna let's do it? What does this do? More speed, more stress. When in doubt, resist blights, bleeds, and diseases. Seems fine to me. Okay. Check my skills. Skills look good. Ooh, let's change this one. Let's see. Lime can do a stab, a heal. Do I have a marking party going on? Oh, I kind of do. Okay, so mark and healing spaghetti. Why not? Let's go in and make Maya make her burrito for us. Oh, we totally could, couldn't we? I would just use the app to order it, but if you want to be like weird about it, yeah, let's be weird. Why not? Why the hell not? Oh, it's a boy. You guys want to see the boy? It's been a while since we had cat cam time. Come here, buddy. Hi. He thought he'd sneak right past me. Hold on, let me switch cams. Oh, nope, that is the wrong button. Ooh, here we go. Here's the boy. Here he is. Well, there we go. Here's Kitty. Here's Buddy. Ooh, you have wet litter on your back paws. That's exciting. How's that going for you? Your claws are in my arm? Are you grumpy boy? Are you grumpy today? He's grumpy today. Well, I'm gonna go wash my hand real fast, because he had some wet pee-pee poo-poo litter stuck to his back paw. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Ah, the joys of pet ownership. Ah, the cats. Okay. Are you happy, buddy? He is. He's pleased with himself. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Anything else we want to do? How's camping skills? How are we on those? I think we're fine. Okay, no ambush, no ambush. Okay, we're doing alright. Okay, I think we got a party. I think we're ready. So let's go get that hat. Go get a stupid hat. Oh wait, what's the mission? I should read it. Blighted corpses lay strewn about the old road. Activate 3 infected corpses. Okay, so I start with some quest items and I use them up. Which I prefer this to the opposite, which is where you gain quest items, because that fills up your inventory. Okay, so we gotta get rid of these as we go. If we want to be safe, we could start bringing blood with us. Just to, sort of, which by the way, the amount of blood stays with us. So like if we, how do I explain this? Like if I bring, so I have 7 total, right? If I bring it into my inventory and I use up 4 of them, so I have 3 left with me and I go back, then, you know, it just goes back into the pool. So, I don't like gain or lose or refresh blood. So I usually want to probably bring 1 or 2 from here on out, just in case something goes terribly wrong. By something goes terribly wrong, I mean I suddenly find myself with a vampire on my midst. Okay. So let's see, medium quest. We'll bring food. We'll bring torches. That is the wield, so lots of torches. Shovels. What else? What else? What else? A key, sure. I don't know, I think that's probably good. Something like that. Go into the forest. We're doing it. We're gonna go to the forest. Yum tea. Yum yum.
Excise the fungal tumors, and the land may yet live.
Okay. Oh yeah, so I forgot. So we can actually see the whole map starting out. Wow, that's a linear ass map. Interesting. Ooh.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly
That's the thing I don't love about the Wield, is sometimes you end up with these linear winding maps that just
mechanical
go,
hazards,
as opposed to the Warrens where everything makes this neat little grid. Gives you a lot more options. Let's see. Whereas here I just gotta follow the path until I hit the quest items, you know what I mean?
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
If you ran out of shovels and the only way through is through an obstacle, too bad. Oh, scouting. Okay. Traps. Who can fix traps? Dismas can fix traps. Okay, great. No, like, no enemies? No fighting? Ooh, jester thing. We're not gonna fight any enemies? Hello? Enemies? Any tea fans here? Anyone here like some Earl Grey? No? Okay. Alright. Okay. We got some baddies finally. Ooh, we got a riposte heavy party here. Lots of counterattacking to do. Oh wait, I hit the wrong one. Oh well, that's okay.
Devastating blow.
Since most of my party is higher level than it needs to be, I think. Wait, is this a level 3 mission? Yeah, so we have some level 4s and some level 5s. So I'm gonna let the torch run a little low, make it a little riskier, just to get some fun treasure. I love fun treasure. Skull toss. Where do you get all these skulls from? You guys remember the like old Mortal Kombat games? The ones on the... Ooh. Oh shit, what platform is Mortal Kombat on? Like the old games. Is that SNES? Is that PlayStation? I don't know. But you know the ones where like the fatalities where like you kill someone and their body explodes, and then like 18 femurs and like 6 skulls, 12 rib cages, partridge in a pear tree, like just everything everywhere. That's this guy, just full of skulls for no real reason.
A singular strike.
You have to. If you're a ghoul wandering around the Weald, you simply must have every skull. Got to. He was a stunt actor for that one, certainly. Most certainly. Ooh, I better heal. Why is Shooty suddenly a stress monster? What is happening? Girl, calm down. It ain't your wedding. You ain't Bridezilla. Mortal Kombat was originally an arcade game. I should have known that. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Stop stressing out Shooty. Oh my god. She's just trying to get a hat. She's just here for the hat. Let her have a hat. Oh my god.
Their cursed champion falls.
We got some food. Lovely. And a bunch of stuff we don't really have room for yet. Okay, but that's okay. We will just replace this 25 coin. Will not be missed. Nothing there. Okay. It was put out in arcades in '92 and released on the SNES a year later. Okay. That's why I was gonna say, I thought it was an SNES game, but then later I know it became like a thing that was on like PlayStation a lot, so I guess it makes sense that it was originally an arcade game, so it didn't have like an initial attachment. Wow. No treasure. None for me. Ah, so here's some new spoopies. I don't think we've seen these guys on stream yet. So this is a giant. He is... Oh, Shooty McGee's resolve is tested. Oh, Shooty's irrational.
Really?
A cosmic flea! A cosmic joke!
Taken over the edge.
Okay, this is actually kind of good. I mean, it's not. It sucks to deal with, but the irrational heroes make me laugh, so I will allow it. I will allow it. She just wants her hat. She just wants her hat. That's all she wants. Okay, anyway, so this guy is a giant. He's using a tree as a bat. He's gonna kill us. If he hits us. This is a crone. Tenacious crone. She's just here to, like, be a shit ass, really. Crones are annoying. They have a really uncomfortable death screech. They're kind of known for that. Right now she's stealth, so I cannot target her. Secretly, I despise mummers as well. Okay, great, Shooty. Almost dinner time. See you guys at Chewy stream. See ya. Enjoy your dinner. Okay. Alright, now ladies. Fusion spool. Oh, no, don't like that. Of course it was the ants. Of course it was the ants. I love Crazy Shooty. I love that for her. Excellent. The role she was built to play. Embrace the dark, Shooty. I think she already has. Okay. Let's do a marketing thing. Do not spill, it will kill the grass. Shooty, you're supposed to shoot. You shoot, Shooty. That's your job, hun. Come on, Shooty. Come on, girl. What's your debuff? Less accurate. Okay. Okay. What does more damage here? Is this additive or multiplicative? So this is plus 15% times normal damage. This is minus 15%, but then plus 35 if marked. So I guess it's more. This is plus, so additive. So I guess that is more damage. phrasing it as a percent makes it a little confusing unnecessarily. Man, these guys have so much health. Alright, shooters. Can I stun you? Oh, I can't reach the back. I can't if I do this. Yeah, shooty!
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
You dodgy old woman. The shrew evades me.
As the fiend falls,
There's a nice stab. Okay.
hope blossoms.
Okay. Do I have room for any treasure? I guess let's use a torch. Why not? Okay. I do want that much gold. I do want it. What do I not want? I guess this jade is actually really not worth that much. The gold is worth more. Jade stacks, but you gotta have a lot of it for it to matter. Okay, on we go. Wow, another fight immediately. Oh, it's the same guys! Annoying. Okay. We gotta do the whole... Oh my god, they're gonna kill Shooty. This tribe communicates in a most peculiar manner. Okay. How do we do this? How do we do this? I think we target down her first. Stress damage is our biggest concern here. We're worried about Shooty. We're worried about our friend Shooty. My dreams are filled with moonlit flights. Okay, girl. She points at some. Oh, Shooty. Okay. Alright. Is this guy stunnable? Kind of. 120% base. Minus 50. Okay, this is a 50-50 shot. I think that's worth it. Nope. No stun. Okay. Oh well. Ooh. That was a tear. Ooh, actually, yeah, that was. Okay. Thankfully, this party is pretty good at reorienting itself. For the most part. Because I have duelist advance that can move me forward. Musket is merely a tulip that is simply a trout. Wow, wise words. Wise words by Shooty. I'm gonna remember that. A musket is merely a tulip who is simply a trout. Love that for you. Love that for you, Shooty. She's going through it, hun. She's going through it. This poor lady. Okay. Okay.
Their formation
Hold us down.
Maintain the offensive.
Musket equals tulip equals trout. A musket is merely a tulip who is simply a trout. Oomst is simply a trout. Love that. Okay. Ooh, nice, okay.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, at this point, stress damage has become our greatest enemy. I don't have any stress healers. I was too spoiled from having 2 in the last time. Guess we'll do a stab. Nicely done. Now there are 2. She has said 2 of them. That's what she had said. Oh boy. Someone make fan art of irrational Shooty. That's what I need in my life. It's not fan art of me, it's fan art of Shooty. Let's be totally clear here. Oh wow. That did a lot of damage. I guess that is what happens when you are hit with a tree. Let's see. Yes, that's what I want.
Masterfully executed.
We're doing alright. Stress is getting us. I admit, I have no idea which tree to tap for ale. I admit it. Not sure. Not sure which one of those. Now there are two. Oh, Shooty. She's just really having a weird time. It's in the trees. It's holding a tree, so I kinda, technically. Here we go. Let's, is that a dodge debuff? It is. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ooh, so much damage. Okay. At least I can get Dismas right back in position. So, although we cannot feel stress, this is still a pretty efficient party comp. Otherwise. Okay. Food, yes.
So clearly in
Things? Sure.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Is it merely a trick of the light? I don't think we need the bandage that much. Not too worried about that. Okay, we better camp before too long. Hunger, sure. That's fine, we just got more food. I haven't seen any of the quest items. Which is kind of why our inventory is just so full. Still some meat on these bones. Okay, sure, uses up the food I just hunger checked. Actually here. Yeah, let's just grab it. Okay. What do I not need? What do I not need? Do I care about these lucky dice? Do I already have those? Don't remember. I guess the key is the least valuable. Yes. Maybe the sapphire, but whatever.
Carelessness will find
This piece
no
of ground is
clemency
mine!
in this
Mine
place.
only! Okay, we gotta camp. We better camp. Is this a good place to find some camp? What the fuck is that? Oh my god. Oh, that's the quest item. Okay, well let's just camp under this infected corpse. What do you guys think? Let's do it. Why not? We cured it, we healed it, we poured some gunk on it. Okay. Spooky.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable.
Okay, let's do that for the stress heal.
Rats in a maze.
Okay. What do we do? We better prevent nighttime ambush. Only Dismas has a skill for that right now, so gotta do that. Let's see. Stress heal. I'm actually more worried about Will, because he's closer to being afflicted. Versus Shooty, who's right past the mark. So... I don't have that many stress heals, though. Okay, here's an encourage. Mortality debuffs, don't have that. Dark strength, don't need that. Gallows humor. That could go wrong. You know what we'll do here? We will give Shooty a pep talk so that she gets less stress later. We must work together as the tribal folk do. Have you applied to gnome school before? Have you even applied to gnome school? Okay, well... Gallows humor. Let's do it. How many adventures does it take to die in a pit? Wow, what a good joke. Okay. Well, apparently that was pretty effective at least. Oh, what did Shooty say to piss everyone off? Why are we sleeping? The sun is high. Honey, it's night and we're in a forest. Oh, honey. Okay.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Anyway. Well, that was a mixed bag, to say the least. So we got lots of food. Okay, we gotta kill the stress guy. Stress will kill us before anything else. Okay. Call that shot, Shooty. You better call it. You better call her up. Okay. Stun. Can I stun? Ooh, not really. I can stun that guy, but... Just going through it. Just really going through it, she is. Rend for the gods.
Wheeling.
Ooh. Uh-oh. That is bad. That is a thing that is bad. Okay. I don't have bandages. I got rid of bandages, didn't I? I got rid of my bandages, and this is the price you pay. Well, I forgot to remind myself. I had neglected to remind myself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. This is what happens when you forget to remind yourself. Okay, heal. Please heal. Please heal for a good amount, more than 5. Okay, nice. Nice. Oh boy. If we lost Dismas, I was gonna be so mad. This weird ruse can shoot flowers from a pipe. You remind me of my wet nurse in this light. God, I love Shooty. God, I love her. I'll be so upset if Shooty dies. I'm so attached to this stupid dumbass. Shooty McGee is truly the Ophelia of our group. Truly she is.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit.
Okay.
Unless
So,
inordinate
stress,
exsanguination be considered
complicator,
a virtue.
disabled. Kill the stress guy. Now we just have that thing. Okay, let's see. I stalled us to heal a little bit, is the question. Because that's what I would like to do. Well,
Continue the onslaught.
didn't mean to do that, but okay. Hey, blood. Okay, cool. Let's do a little... I have no way of curing that bleed, unfortunately, so we're just gonna eat some instead. What is this fine thing? It's money, Shooty. Thing you could have spent to buy a hat instead of, you know, going deep into the haunted woods. Scouting. Okay. We got a battle ahead. Surprise, surprise. Is that a thing whomst is good or a thing whomst is bad? Troubling effigy. I don't know if I want to engage with that. I think that is a thing whomst is usually bad. Okay, Dismas, you better fix this crap. You better. What do we got? Okay. Why are we hitting so many of these giants? That seems pretty unlikely.